the question, in the name of convenience, and honestly, we've lost quality
Hmm.
because everything has to be freeze
I'm
microwave
shocked.
bullshit
Hmm.
all of the fucking time, and it's terrible. You, quality requires time. Like I don't know, from making a dress, right? It takes some time. It takes a time for that silk to be created because it creates. I mean, it requires a bunch of silk pods to be like processed, right? It takes an artisan who knows how to sew that shit. It takes somebody who is willing to pay for that shit. All of it. With convenience, we've lost time, we've lost quality, we've lost shit that really, really is good. Everything has to be freeze dried, microwave bullshit. It sucks. But convenience is my Uber Eats will come in 45 minutes with that hard body. So that's it. What up, Jack? How you doing, bro?
All right,
Thank you,
thank you to
Grace.
Grace for calling in. Wes, you want to weigh in? What do you think?
I mean, yeah, she's actually totally right. It's the as soon as she brought it up, I was trying to think of one singular thing that is quality and also convenient, and they're sort of like exact opposites. I can't think of one Venn diagram.
I also feel like things are getting shittier and worse at the same time.
Yeah. Well, more expensive, lower
Uh-huh.
quality. Yeah. But they are. I mean, they are more. Convenient. I mean, that's. I think she sort of just answered the. She just answered that we're supposed to have a 2-hour discussion. Yeah. Quality. I mean, yeah, that's funny. I mean, I was like, I guess it's convenient to go for a walk, and those can be quality. I don't know, but yeah, I think she's totally right. But it's one of those things where it's like you can't really go back the other way around. Like you can make things more convenient for yourself, and then as soon as you do that, like once you start going to the Walmart and all the little shops in town close because you wanted something a little more convenient, a little better, like you never go back to the little shops. So it's like you give it away once and then you can't get it back. Hopefully, or maybe can. I don't know. Yeah, we're here talking solutions. Yeah.
All right, yeah. What do you think?
Kind of similar. Like I think what she's saying is what I took from it is like I never really think about it. We lost patience. Like I have absolutely no patience. Like I remember when Amazon Prime started, like, and I was just like 2 days. That's crazy. That's too fast. Now, like I filter and I'm like, I want it today.
Yeah.
I want it right now. I want like, and it's insane because like I'll even filter for want it today. So it's like I'm not even going based on like reviews or da da da. I'm just like I just need like I had a friend's birthday yesterday and I forgot to get balloons and I'm like I don't give a fuck if those balloons pop.
Yeah.
I want whatever balloons come right now. But it's like not only do we not have patience for anything anymore, we don't have like any preparation skills. Like the same way like 20 years ago, like if your dad needed to get from one state to the next state, he would have to know interstates and this and that, like da da da. I still use Google Maps to go to work. Like, I'm like, I know 80% of the way there. But like, it's just insane because it's just like, it's a skill that we've lost. Like, I'm like, if I have to use a paper map, even if I don't have Google Maps, I'm still going to print out, like write down directions. Like, I'm never opening a map in my entire life. And it's crazy because like, that's how bitches was surviving, following North Stars. I would have been round and round back to the plantation every time. Just like, fuck, wrong star. Yeah, I think, it's like, it's skill, like survival skills we're losing.
Yeah, it feels like nonstop with, it's like a bottomless pit of things we're losing. And I think patience is a humongous one. It feels, I feel like even when you order something not off of Amazon and you see the 2 weeks,
Yeah.
I might as well not even get it.
Yeah, because you didn't order it when you knew you needed it. Like I'll know that I need something. Like I knew this girl's birthday was the same day every year. I still didn't even cross my mind to like go get it at the store beforehand. I'm just like, I'm just gonna Amazon it.
Yeah.
Like no prep, no like detail.
Yeah, I just got a gift for my brother and sister-in-law, and we ordered it in early December, and we're like, oh, it'll arrive by Christmas. But we got it on Etsy, so it's going to take, they're like, oh, it'll take, however long it takes. and they just got it today or yesterday. And I'm just thinking about the fact that like 15 years ago, that was totally normal.
Yeah,
Totally
yeah.
fine.
Like, yeah, like you would order a thing,
You're like, we got it.
you order a thing, and then you're like, eventually it will arrive, and then you get excited. Like when they had the cereal boxes with the box tops, I got the Atlanta CD-ROM game,
Nice.
and I sent it in by mail, and then I waited like 2 months, and then they sent me a thing telling me they were gonna send the CD-ROM,
Yeah.
and then I waited 2 more months, and I got it. It was amazing,
Yeah.
you know. But now I would give up after a day. I'd just be like, all right, I'm never getting this thing, and
I also-
screw it.
I also think that's funny. The Atlanta CD-ROM. Do you
Yeah,
still have
yeah.
it? Dude?
I
You should
wish.
revisit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think the convenience thing is making us sort of dumber or like less like information less sticky, because if you just like when what year did Atlantis come out, you just look it up and just boom 2001, but like
I feel
straight-
like
and then
it's less.
Yeah.
straight in and straight out
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
of going, dang, what year was it? Oh yeah, Bug's Life came out around that, and you
Yeah,
like
yeah.
sort of think and puzzle your way out of it, like.
Totally.
Or you talk to a friend and they're like, dude, it was 2001 because let me tell you, the towers.
I
just
feel like
came out,"
we've
whatever.
just like offloaded so much of our basic like skills because it's
Yeah.
gotten so easy to.
Mhm.
So you're like, oh, it's so easy. I don't have to like retain anything. I don't. But it's kind of. But I don't know if that's like old man. Like you'll never have a calculator in your pocket,
Yeah, yeah.
and you do though. So it's like, why would I ever have to know how to do anything?
Well, what is convenient and is really nice, I don't know if I'd call it quality, like Grace was sort of complaining about, is like just learning how to do anything like from YouTube. So like your dad might have had to have his dad yell at him like, Phillips head screwdriver, no, like da da da. But you can like look up how do I install a bidet, or like whatever random house, how do I
Yeah,
install
and
a
it's
front
someone's
door?
dad. I like
Yeah.
install the washer and
I
dryer.
go,
Someone's
I
dad.
go
Yeah.
on YouTube for someone.
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
I'm
yeah.
like, do I have to turn the gas off if I'm installing a dryer?
Yeah, yeah.
Turns out yes. But yeah, it was like some dad, and he's just like it's his whole channel. He's just
Yeah,
like
I'm
just the
her
dad
dad.
on YouTube. I was
Yeah.
like, thanks, dad.
yeah, yeah. Ask your dad.
Okay,
yeah.
I kind of hard disagree. I am not going to take the slander on ramen noodles. First
Uh-huh.
of all,
Who's
second of all,
Who's saying that?
who they said freeze. She said
freeze
freeze
dried.
dried, and like I
Yeah.
also think a big part of this conversation that we're missing is that like time is in fact a luxury,
Yeah.
and a lot of people like this kind of is like placing the blame on the consumer. But like if you're a single mom with 4 kids, like
Yeah.
you don't really have time. Like that's more of a problem of like the evil overlords that like force us to buy cheap food
Mhm.
because you don't have time. Like like a lot of people don't have the time to do those things.
Yeah.
So
Well, I guess it's maybe 2 questions. Like, what do you lose in for convenience for yourself, and then what is like the greater society lose?
yeah.
Because I feel like for yourself, everyone's gonna have a different standard of what that is. But society's gonna be, I think the general trend that society is going in terms of convenience is not great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's stuff you gain for sure. Cause like even like the Atlantis like example or whatever, like my godson, he's 12, and it's like I literally sometimes I'm just like I'm so scared of how quick he is to Google things, because like he refuses, like kids, like they don't like to wonder anymore. Like they don't
Yeah.
need to wonder. They can
There's no
get
pondering.
yeah,
That's what I
there's
was
no,
talking
like
about.
they
Yeah,
can
yeah.
get the exact answer.
Mhm.
And it's like for me, I'm like crotchety. I'm just like, no, think about it. It's
Yeah.
okay if you're wrong. Just think
Yeah,
about it.
Yeah.
But then it's also just like, yeah, the whole time thing. It's just like how much time, like what are these kids doing with that, let's say 20 minutes each day that they aren't wondering like who voiced Bugs Bunny?
Yeah.
Like what are they doing with that time?
No,
'Cause
I
it
hate
could be-
that. I'm like, you have a tiny computer in your hand. Look it up. I hate when people are so adamantly wrong, and then they're just like no, look it
No.
up.
I just I for me, I'm like, I'm a grown up. I can look it up. I have important things to do with my time. I don't know if like a 10-year-old needs
You just
to
don't
like
want children to have
I-
access to
Yeah.
convenience.
I genuinely
You're like, this would be hard for you.
Well, no, genuinely, I feel like pondering. Like I was like a weirdo kid who like spent a lot of time in my head,
Mhm.
and I had a lot of questions. Like I was one of those kids who, like, looking back, I'm like maybe should have been told to shut the fuck up, because I had a lot of questions and I would like try and answer them myself. But I'm just like, what does this snake do, and why does it die every time I put it in my coloring box? And then I figured out like da da da.
Can't
check-
keep snakes in there. Yeah.
yeah. It turns out, or coloring crayon box. Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Like a
kept
driver's
trying.
license, you can't Google until you're 16.
Yeah, like I just
You have to think of your
You just have to be
reasons.
stupid
Yeah,
until then.
yeah,
because like you think about
Going to
like,
encyclopedias
Yeah.
at the library.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about encyclopedia.
oh my god, Encyclopedia Britannica, the entire set.
Yeah.
I think I have them at my parents' house.
Oh, I definitely.
It's a trip. You're just
Yeah.
looking at them and you're like, huh,
I'm
things
okay
are
with
just so different.
encyclopedias being gone. That one,
I will.
Waste of
waste of
paper.
paper. Yeah.
It's like you get like you'd have to do a book report, like do a book report on like Russia, and like the encyclopedia only has like 2 pages on it, and I'm like, yep.
You know how expensive encyclopedias probably are now?
Yeah.
No idea.
I
They're
bet
like-
you they're cheap as hell. They must be
Well-
trying to get rid of them.
But
No,
if
I
they
feel-
have to update them every year, there's
Oh,
no way they're
shut
still
up.
doing that, right? Yeah, new
There's
stuff happens. So you
Beyonce's
gotta-
in the encyclopedias now.
yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. Like I think yeah, there's definitely stuff gained because you gain time with convenience. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Like that's why we started going to Walmart, because before we would have to go to the hardware store and
Yeah.
the beauty supply store and like this store and that store, and it's like we wanted it all in one place. We wanted a megalomart, but like, yeah, I think we didn't realize, or maybe they did. I don't know, but I'm like, we're losing
But
the Hallmark town.
Then those things also become like more affordable. Like, you know, like going to the grocery store is nice because you see all the different options, but the smaller brand is double the price, which is worth it. But well, I don't. That was an interesting look. But like
I'm a big
people
convenience
wanted it
girl,
because they couldn't
price-wise.
afford it. So then like they're like, oh, I know this brand and it's 99 cents.
Yeah. I think you're totally right. This is sort of a time thing, and everyone, that's like the one thing you can't buy. So like convenience is maybe a lot more important than I was
Except that
sort of
Justin
thinking. I
Timberlake
think I was
movie.
also curmudgeon-y, like, no,
Yeah.
you should have to work for da-da-da-da. It's like, well, probably not. That's like, we've got precious seconds on.
Like you're
on-
becoming
on-
your
on
dad
Earth.
so
Yeah,
quickly.
yeah. Like, you should have to work hard you should have to go to the library to learn about Denmark or whatever. But yeah, maybe you shouldn't have to because life is short and that,
I do think you should know how to do it because, like,
Yeah.
what happens if the electrical grid goes out? And, like, that happens in Texas every year because
Yeah.
of snow
San
or
Francisco
something.
just had all those
Yeah.
little blackouts.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, oh wow, there are
People
days without power. You're like, that is not chill.
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
you end up like having to it's literally survival stuff. Like I'm like the thing that goes the quickest with convenience is survival, because I think convenience makes you soft. And now I sound like I've got a bunker.
yeah.
But
How to
yeah,
burn an encyclopedia for me. The skill everyone should have.
I don't know. I think one of the other things you really lose with convenience is like connection, because like connection's never gonna be convenient. Like all those like interactions, like you save time because you're not interacting with people.
Mhm.
Like I saw this like ad or whatever, and it was like an ad, I think it was like for Google AI or whatever, but it was basically just like the whole premise of the commercial was like this couple was like, we've only got 6 hours in the city, like we only got 1 hour to do this museum. Like
Mhm.
Google, can you tell us like the best exhibits and like give us a route to go to the museum?
Mhm.
I'm like, that used to be some old lady's job, and that old lady would
Yeah.
you would meet that old lady and they would say like, here's all this art from Bangladesh, and then someone would be like, I actually went to Bangladesh and I knew this, and like that old lady then tells the story and you learn something new, and like that it's so valuable. Like that human connection is like not that it, I think connection, like it takes a long time, but you all like not always get something from it, but like you don't always get something good, but you always
Yeah.
get something from it.
I think it's just like community and connection is inherently like an effort based like endeavor.
Right.
And I think if we're now getting spoiled rotten with convenience,
Mhm.
I think people are less willing to make the effort to like connect with friends, strangers, partners, whatever.
It's like
Yeah.
'Cause you're,
everyone
like, so
wants a
used
village.
to doing nothing, to,
And
like,
you're
get
not
anything you want.
you're not made to be uncomfortable at any point in time because you're choosing I'm going to get this delivered and not interact with anyone.
Yeah,
Yes.
not even like my
Yeah.
neighbor. Like I might need a cup of sugar.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah.
I've lived in my same place for a while.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
neighbors
yeah.
are very nice.
It's probably easier just to go on Amazon
Yes,
and be
it's
like,
much
give me
easier.
sugar tomorrow.
I think that's why there's a growing trend, though, of people who like have a lot of resources forcibly making themselves uncomfortable.
Mhm.
Like the whole like Burning Man, like
Yeah,
cosplaying, like you don't have a house, like it all ends up like coming full circle. I
Totally.
also think a lot of people are like, oh, I want a village, but nobody wants to be a villager. Like
Yeah.
Of course,
that
totally.
whole thing, like it is kind of when we didn't just be able to didn't it just be able, that was in English. Couldn't it just go get eggs? You'd have to go to your neighbor and be like, hey, can I borrow an egg or a cup of sugar?
Oh god.
And like, or your mom would send you and be like, go ask Nancy,
Yeah.
you know? And like, that was also, I think like human connection's the whole point, good or bad. Like, why else are we here?
I feel like also it's so funny. I feel like I was reading some like earthquake preparation like article.
We're
and
all
they were-
Subtle, Jack.
It's actually a pepper chat.
Listen, it can happen. But they're like, one of the first things were like, they're like, start like making friends with your neighbors because if
Yeah.
shit goes down, those are going to be the first people to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I gotta.
Wait,
stop
where are
having
y'all
parties.
from? Are y'all from the South?
No, we're from the three of us
Bay
are from
Area.
Bay Area.
Okay. I still, even in LA, like will bring my new neighbors like a treat and a little letter with my phone
Yeah.
number. But I
That
think maybe
seems like a
that's
very southern.
Yeah, I think that's
I
maybe
give them
just
my
because-
number. Like I don't make a treat, but I give them my number and
Well,
I'm
that's
just,
because
Yeah.
I'm like, if I'm having a party, please don't call the cops. Call me.
Yeah.
I invite them to my parties and they don't come. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not cool. You guys don't want to come to my party.
Well, I do think this is also something really interesting about LA. Is I feel like LA is not a place that is really established as like a strong, you know, your neighbors.
Trudy.
And I live in a building now where I do know my neighbors, and it's
baby.
amazing.
down.
And I wish I've had that in our place we live, but like in Glendale, for example, where we lived, like I don't think I talked to our neighbors once, you know? And I think that's sort of in the culture of LA too.
Yeah.
I think I thought that when I was surrounded by transplants, but like in the last few years, I've like really gotten a lot closer with like the obnoxious type of born and raised ones who like have it tatted on them. They're like,
Yeah.
don't forget, I'm from here.
Yeah.
And it is night and day.
Yeah. I
Like,
agree.
Night and day.
I think living here, I'm by a lot of like native Angelinos, and they are way better.
they're extremely
About-
community based. These motherfuckers won't live with strangers. Like
Yeah.
when I tell you, like the day they found out that I had, like, you know, because I met Kelly on Craigslist. The day they found out that I lived with people I met on Craigslist, you would have thought I told them that I went and like stood on the freeway naked. They're like, you didn't know them? You don't know their mom?
Yeah.
You just like these people, like they could be looking for a place for forever, and they will never live with a stranger. They are so community based, and it's just like it is so crazy. Because then I'm like, I have one foot obviously in the transplant world because I'm from Texas, so I know like people who like the only other people they know is transplants, and I'm like, I have friends who I'm like, that's part of that community. But it's crazy, like when you delve into that Angelina world, and then the motherfuckers who are born and raised.
Also,
Yeah.
nobody wants to be the first. Like, have you ever knocked on your neighbor's door?
No,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
So you should just do that.
Yeah.
It's also that's definitely like a city thing versus small town thing.
Mhm.
The small
No,
town
because
thing,
in
like, I
Texas
can't
they
even-
have
I can't
guns.
even get. I
Yeah.
can't even
Don't
I,
knock on
would
the door.
want, I don't want to know these people, and we all know
Yeah.
each other, you know, depending on how small your town is, type of thing. But again, like, you know, you used to bump into like so and so at the hardware store and so at the bakery, and like it was a little more inconvenient. But you're going to a couple places, and you're like, I know my baker. It's not just I walk into Ralph's, then self checkout, zero human interaction. I had my headphones on the whole time.
We should tell
Like-
everyone to treat their local like stores that they shop at the same way they treat their dealer. Like you are so familiar with this guy. You know this guy on a first name basis. You are texting
Yeah.
him all hours of the night.
Yeah.
They can come sit in your living room and not leave.
Treat
Yeah.
your bakery person like that.
Give them a piece of the bread that you buy.
Because
But I
like
feel like maybe it's because we're in such a transient city that people are in and out so much that it does feel hard to do that.
yeah,
Because you're like trying to like create roots with people who disappear, like
Right.
people, yeah, not even months. Like you're like, oh, and they're gone
you're
now.
like
and
I'm,
I don't-
I'm back in Milwaukee.
Yeah,
Damn,
exactly.
girl.
You're like, oh, I thought we were friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like New York, though, is a lot more like that than it is here,
Mm-hmm.
which is interesting because New York's also like a huge transient city. But I think like if you go to your baker or like a lot of those places will
Yeah.
stay around.
I
But
think in New York they don't have as much convenience because they don't need it. Like everything is so close. Like
Yeah.
in New
Yeah.
York, you really don't need things delivered. There's like a bodega on the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
And you can also make, you know, like establish a relationship with your bodega guy downstairs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like right downstairs. You might go there every day.
oh yeah, my liquor store guy thought I was dead. I came back and he was like my friend actually called me. She was just like, yeah, the liquor store guy's looking for you, and because I was in Nigeria, I'm like,
yeah.
tell him I'm almost back.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's great because you hear those stories about those old people who like pass out in their apartment and
Yeah.
like the like the
Oh,
the rest the
They go
Chinese
to the
food
diner
restaurant
every
is
day.
like,
yeah.
where was he?
Yeah, he comes here
Yeah.
every Thursday type of thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, our neighbors are an older Armenian couple, and their son is the landlord. And
Aw,
part of the reason they rented to us is the grandma gave us the tour,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, "Oh, I like this couple," and the landlord's like, "Good, I want someone who lives next to you to be like someone chill,
Yeah.
and you know they'll do like cookouts, and we know them well now, and it feels so much better to
Yeah,
like be in
yeah.
a situation like that where like if I'm gone for 2 weeks, they notice. They're like, "Where were you?" And it's and there's still like there's like a language barrier, and you know we're still neighbors, so we're not like you know best friends, but there is something just really like comforting living next to that.
Yeah.
and being a part of that, and I didn't even know I like really wanted it until I was.
Well, I think
like,
because we
at it.
grow up with it, but it's like really hard because we're the ones who like are moving into a new city. Like we all moved here and stuff, and it's just like it's insane because it's like you could be talking to someone who's been in the same town their whole life. Like when I go back home, people still know me as like because my last name, like my dad is one of those guys who talks to everyone. I go to my like local McDonald's and they're like, "Oh my God, John's daughter! How's everyone? How's your mom?" Da-da-da. I found out that my mom was pregnant from a Walmart employee. Like I was like 13 or 14. And somebody was just like, "Oh, how's your mom? How's the baby?" I was like, and so we
That's
all like
amazing.
everyone
Yeah.
grows up with that on some level, and then like
So Texas.
you move, and it's like you have to kind of rebuild that as an adult, which isn't convenient. It takes time, but it's like convenient is always.
And I also feel like too, like living here, like it's so funny because it's like I think I'm gonna be in LA for the long haul. And like I feel like even coming to terms with that is the thing that I'm like, I should really try to understand the city. You know, like I should really if I'm gonna be here, why am I not like sinking these roots in?
Yeah.
But it's weird and it's scary, and you're like, am I gonna just leave? Because you're like, what am I gonna do all that and then move? And then you're like, ugh.
Right.
But it's like I've been here for almost 10 years.
My dad was like, he's like, "Are you going back?" I don't think so.
Yeah, you're like,
so.
no, right?
Yeah.
I think
Am
COVID exacerbated it too.
Uh-huh.
Like it got way worse during COVID.
Yeah.
What, meeting people or like having
Yeah, like
connection?
people just, and I also think stranger danger was like the biggest lie we were ever sold.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'm taking the
yeah.
candy from the van. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that was, I mean, yeah, that's been widely reported to have been a really bad idea because, like,
The danger, the call comes from inside the house.
basically, like, kids are supposed to be out and playing around and like interacting with the world, and then there was like, you know, there's obviously are kidnappings. That's a real thing, but it's like exceedingly rare. So then
And
the fact that
more likely
like
to
parents
be
were
in the
just
house.
like
Yeah,
helicopter parents was like not good for them at all. We were sort of the last. I mean, I don't know how old you guys are, but I'm 31, and that we were sort of the last generation that was like, come back when the street lights turn on, type of thing, like whatever, and you just bike around with your friends until
You
dinner.
knock on the door. Can you play? Can
Yeah,
Rachel
yeah,
play?
yeah,
Can I just play?
exactly.
Yeah.
I think I will say though, I think COVID made things worse, but then I think in the last few years, like I think there's been a huge push to go back to like the 90s almost. Like
I feel like that's happening. I feel like even in the last like few weeks,
Yeah.
I am seeing way more. I don't know if it's the like New Year's resolution, like gusto of everybody being like, I'm gonna connect with my community more. But whatever, I'll take it. I'm like, but I feel
Yeah.
like I'm seeing way more things come out. I feel like I'm seeing way more people do outreach and put stuff on that I'm excited about.
yeah, like literally people are being like earnest in a way that's like very like out of the phone, out in the real world. Like people are doing like third spaces. Everyone's just like, okay, like I'm doing this at this coffee shop. I'm doing that. Like people are doing like events that aren't, I think, meant to be like, because I feel for a while, especially in LA, events were only relevant if they like had social push.
Mhm.
But like you guys, like the, what is it called? Like the dating swap, not dating swaps, like the
Speed dating.
speed dating. Speed dating is back. I'm like literally
I've been seeing
Yeah.
way more of those
Like,
pop
yeah.
up.
people are like, I don't give a fuck if I could sit on my couch and swipe on like Hinge or whatever. People are like,
Because they're a scam.
they're-
Dating apps are a scam.
because yeah, because
That also
I'm with
started
you.
off as a convenience thing.
Yeah.
no?
It is.
Because you were like, it's
Yeah.
difficult to like get the phone number and like da da da.
or just to go
No,
out.
it's not difficult. People are just too afraid.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that just was.
Well, now
I mean,
it's even
no, I'm
harder
saying it used-
with dating apps.
Yeah. It used to be inconvenient almost to go on a date because you had to meet somebody, get their number at a bar, then like call them. They basically had to pick up the phone.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, hey, meet me at the theater at 8, and then sometimes they just wouldn't show up at all. Like
That's kind of
that's
fun.
what they do.
Like,
Like an
relax.
But you even skipped half the work. You started at meet them at a bar.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, first you have to like go to a bar. You have to
Yeah.
go like I
We're
do with
girls, like, it
friends.
takes us 2 hours to do
Yeah.
our hair
Yeah,
and our
yeah,
makeup.
yeah.
No,
get
but
to
I'm
the
just like,
bar.
even getting to the bar, like you go to the bar with your friends, you have to make that actual decision. I'm not going to talk to my friends anymore. I'm going to try and talk to a stranger.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'm talking to a stranger, and I have to hope we're both on the same page that I'm like, I want to fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to you because like
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Like, you know, I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm interested in you. So then you have to do that part where I'm like, I'm interested in you. And then we have to do that little dance of like, are you interested in me? Okay,
Yeah.
exchange numbers.
And
da-da-da.
none of that's convenient.
None of
Yeah.
that's convenient.
Yeah.
You know what's convenient? Like I can see your
Yeah.
Pokedex, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I see
yeah.
what you look like, da da da
Can't.
da da da.
Yeah.
But then you end up being pen pals for fucking 10 years,
Yeah.
and then, but it's like crazy.
Someone described it. They're like, the apps have you meeting a bunch of sitting down and having dinner with a bunch of people you have no business sitting in front of.
if you
You're like,
had-
this would have never happened. What
if
is
you talked
happening?
with them for like 10 minutes in the bar, you would have been like, oh,
No.
you're a relationship
Yeah,
partner.
yeah,
No,
I don't
this
know. All
doesn't work.
dating's a little bit like that because if you talk to somebody for 10 minutes at the bar, maybe you
But
can
at least you're
test
not
it
out
out.
at dinner.
But like what it starts with is like the attraction thing, which
Yeah.
is like the same thing at a bar is like, do we both find each other attractive? And then the apps are the same way. So
But
we
I feel
both
like
found
even
each other
No,
attractive
there's a
enough.
disconnect
Yeah,
even with
no.
the apps with the attraction thing.
No,
Because I
I-
feel like
yeah.
you can. There is something
I'm
so
offended by the app.
so real, like where you can like, oh, there is like something between us that
Yeah.
you can't get off of a photo.
And I also
Yeah,
Pretending
sure,
that
sure.
because you can sit down and be like, no.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
also
yeah. That
attract-
does
I can
happen.
be, I
yeah.
found myself attracted to people who's like physically I like would never have like if I saw them on the apps I'd be
That's
like,
a girlfriend.
Yeah, no,
but
Yeah,
in person
yeah.
I'm just like, wait, are you funny?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, like
That's where personality comes in.
I've never used dating apps.
at all.
No, I don't use them. And I
Why
think
not?
all because I want a built-in background check. I want to like meet you through someone
Yeah.
and know that like there's some sort of
But
I
have you
don't-
met anyone? Like, have you gone on dates with people just no background
Zero.
check?
Just raw
I mean,
dog.
that's when
I mean, yeah.
out. You're
She's
like,
actually never been
hey,
on
this
any
is
dates.
even you know even less than you would on a dating app. It's just like
Yeah, but
us
I don't
bantering
know.
for like 2 minutes at the store.
It's like all it's kind of what you said, like all data broke goblin if he like is funny in front of me. But I don't pick up on that vibe from the screen.
Uh-huh.
Also,
Whoa.
I think I don't know if you guys are on dating apps, all right?
I'm
but-
on them.
Okay, I don't
I'm
really
like-
trust dudes on dating apps. Like, how many dates are you going on a week? How many girls are you swiping? Why? Also, I kind of feel like it's like a mail order fuck. And like most of my guy friends I know that use them just like get on them every couple weeks and like find a girl to hook up with for a couple weeks and then find a new girl. And like that freaks me out.
I need to
Just
up
stay
my
over
shit.
there.
That sounds like that don't sound half bad. I need to, whew.
Also, why do you need all four? Like, just use one. Why do you need Hinge, Bumble, Tinder, fucking Snacks R Us?
I
I don't even know.
don't have Tinder. That would feel like scummy.
Yeah,
I
no.
feel like
Who's on Tinder?
Yeah, if
It's
I'm
so
on
funny. I feel
I'm
like Tinder
Tinder's
really
back.
like
No,
became
is
the
it?
hookup
Yeah.
thing pretty
You're not on
quickly.
anything.
Yeah, I'm like,
They keep talking about it though.
I don't
also
think Tinder's back.
that's
Tinder's
why
gross. If
Yeah,
someone
there's
like,
no
I'd be
way.
like, I'd be like,
Yeah,
oh, you a pervert. Oh, you a freak. You got banned on Bumble.
Yeah, you had enough
Yeah,
issues with other ones.
You got banned on
Or it's
Bumble.
just like you didn't want to take 5 seconds and set up your profile. I'm really bad at dating apps because I'm a terrible texter. I am a terrible texter. I hate texting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
all
a-
that is.
That is a convenience thing.
Yeah.
People refuse to get on the phone and call. Like, if you have a
Yeah.
question for me, why would you not just call and ask? Like today, like I was just like, oh, like you want to do this, da da da. Like I was about to text, but then I'm like, I'm gonna have to text her, and then I'm gonna have to respond, then I'm gonna have to.
I
explain it,
texted
da, da,
her. She called me.
Yeah.
I texted her back.
Yeah.
I am the problem.
da. I hate texting because
I mean, the fact that calling has become inconvenient is
That's
hilarious.
wild.
Yeah.
'Cause-
It's
but
so
that-
much
but it's 'cause
more
things are
convenient.
getting so
I agree.
convenient that like it's going.
Yeah.
So you're like, this is so many things.
But
are
on a
becoming
call, you can
inconvenient.
hear someone's tone,
Mhm.
Totally.
Yeah.
which the amount of times like texting has given me anxiety because I'm like,
Yes. yeah,
like my
yeah.
mom will just like she'll just put a period after everything. She upset. What's
Dude,
happening?
texting anyone over
Yeah.
45, you're like,
Yeah, and then
I
I
don't
call
know
her
what
and
this
she's
means.
like,
Inappropriate use of emojis. You're
Yeah.
like, what is that?
you're like, what?
I'll get the emojis. Emojis, at least I know you're in a good mood. It is the
Yeah.
punctuation. When there's like excessive punctuation, I'm like, what did I do?
Yeah,
What did
yeah.
I do?
and the same thing's happening at least for me at work because I work remotely. That
Oh
so
my God,
much
yes.
is getting lost in translation.
Oh,
and people are very anti-meeting now, which I like totally understand. Like they do sometimes like waste time, But then you'll get an email and you're like, oh, do I like ask a follow-up question, or do they want me to like already understand this? You know?
Are you mad at me? Why are you
Yeah,
mad
why
at
are
me?
you mad at me? Like, I think all of these things are like definitely connected. And as like we get convenience in one area, we're gonna want it in another area. And then pretty soon we're just like never gonna leave our homes.
Like literally,
Yeah.
like what you were saying, like calling is now seen as inconvenient, but it's faster. So I'm like, is there
is
any
more
other thing
convenient.
that takes less time but is still seen as inconvenient?
But I do think the younger kids, honestly, like maybe I'm just a Gen Z stan, but like I do think they're the ones that are pushing for like off the phone, let's meet in person. Like these kids
I
have
think it's because
grown
they
up
never
with
had
it.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
They like
But
legit never had
everything like seems to go full circle, right?
Uh-huh.
Like it seems kind of like the younger kids are the ones now that are like, we want to go out, but they don't want to go to bars. They don't just want to get fucked up. Like it's just everything's just shifting.
it. I feel like we were like heavily socialized in
Yeah.
such a
Project X.
heavy drinking. Like
Yeah.
we're like,
Yeah.
this is how
Project
we're
X,
like
exactly,
such a
yeah.
big
Yeah.
party.
Thrown to the
Like,
fire.
group.
At
Yeah,
the
totally.
fire.
I don't think we're
Literally-
even as big of a party generation as our parents.
Oh,
we're
yeah.
literally not. We drink less
Yeah.
alcohol.
No,
We-
but I think
you
we
know.
look up to our parents because they told us.
Yeah, they were like
They were like, the things we did were so cool.
Because like
Yeah.
me and my friend, like my friends, sometimes we'll do something where we're like, we're gonna have a '90s night, where
Yeah.
it's like, and that just means we go to like a regular bar or restaurant, only have like 2 or 3 drinks, talk, and like leave. Like 'cause it's just like something like if you like watch like
Being a grown up feels like.
no, because like if you watch
Yeah,
like,
you're
those
like, are
shows
we
from
adults?
the '90s, like,
You're
right,
like, what do you mean
like,
we're not
if you watch
blacking out
like
and saying you're-
Friends or
Yeah.
like not I can't think of any other '90s shows, but like Friends or like Seinfeld or something like
Yeah, yeah.
that. They would just or like even How I Met Your Mother, they would just be at a bar, have
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 drinks, maybe some food, and then like leave.
Yeah,
And it just
yeah.
feels like so wholesome. And every time we do it, we're like, you see, guys, we were leaving.
Do you think
Yeah.
that says something more about like our particular friend groups than it does about?
Yeah.
I
It's
think
also probably just that you're like, we're getting a little older and like going to a,
Yeah.
going to a bar that's full of 21-year-olds who are blacking out is like,
Nightmare.
yeah, see, that's like,
Yeah.
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 Also, Gen Z is funny because they're also like, I'm now taking time, like I'll do nothing for an hour. It's like, yeah, it's called meditating.
Oh, yeah, that
They're like-
is
they think
hilarious.
they're like rediscovering this stuff. They're like, I will literally just sit and stare at the wall. It's like, dude,
They're
we've
like,
been-
I'm really understanding how my mind works.
You're
Yeah.
like, we've been doing
You're
this, dude.
daydreaming.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this is the thing: is no one's bored anymore.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
impossible.
And I think someone was talking about kids. I actually feel like that's the most important area to like kind of figure out is like if kids aren't bored and they constantly like have stimulus going on, like then what are they going to learn? What are they
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
do?
Even if you watch TV, like watch kids TV, like the way it's animated. So like if you're like I grew up on like Arthur and like PBS and like everything was very slow. Like it's the same thing for like action movies for like adults. Like if you like the reason why people remember Bruce Lee's name and people remember Jackie Chan is because we would get one long cut of them like beating up, like whooping ass.
Yeah,
We'd
yeah,
see the fight choreo, we'd see the work. The action stars of today, like I don't think that we have any standouts. Because unless you like, even like going back to Born,
3 cuts of like
Yeah.
Liam
The
Neeson
fence
hopping
jump.
the fence. Yeah,
now it's like a
Special
million
effects,
cuts
like,
and a million special effects,
Yeah,
it's all this and all that, and it's just like, yeah, it's like cool, it's visually great, but it's like I'm not impressed by you as a person. I'm impressed by like
Yeah.
all the stuff,
Yeah.
but it's like with kids TV, it's like now if you watch like if you watch Cocomelon, the shit's a rave. It's just
Yeah.
like boom, bop, bop. Everything's like
Yeah.
moving,
Right.
everything's in colors, and these kids are
Dopamine.
entranced.
Yeah.
But exactly, like they can't build an attention span.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like when your phone dies or something and you're like doing that thing where you plug it in and you have to wait that 2 minutes for it to
Yeah,
turn
yeah.
back on. I hate feeling that. I feel like
Yeah.
a rat at a fucking like
yeah.
a rat in the cage
Yeah, yeah.
waiting for the water to come out.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'll make myself leave my phone because I'm just like, I should not be sitting here hovering. I'm just like, come on, baby. Come on, you got the juice now. Turn on.
Yeah.
But it's just like everything is on the phone. Like my maps is on my phone, my work is on my phone, like my play is on my phone. It's so convenient. It's so nice to have it right there, but it's just like it's scary. Like someone acts like my friend accidentally took my phone home like last year, and she like lived on the other side of the valley. Couldn't get it back till the next night. I was in fucking. I'm an addict. I'm an iPad.
Yeah,
kid.
Totally. Uh-huh.
I try to leave it in the
I'm an
car.
iPad
sometimes.
adult.
No, it's like I literally am like, and when I turned, like I was at the airport and I looked and everyone was like this, and I was just like, this is so bad.
It's bizarro.
It's really.
What's so funny because all it takes is you getting off to be like, everyone's on it so much.
Yeah.
As soon as you're on, you're like, yeah.
You're like, these
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
losers.
This happens to me all the time. I'm looking at a room full of people on their phones, and I go,
Unbelievable.
And then just like,
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
back down.
You guys
Look
see
at all
the
these people on their
Yeah.
phones. You posting it to Instagram. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, but now they're taking away phones like at comedy clubs. Like now they're locking them
Schools,
away.
they're doing it in high
Yeah,
school.
They're
Yeah.
doing it at concerts
Yeah.
too now.
They throttle the internet at high school because I work with kids sometimes. Like whenever I'm on the campus, I'm like, this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm an adult.
Yeah.
Put the internet back on.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like I'm on the campus for like an hour and a half. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm literally just like, I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
People tell my story.
Well, that's another part about like convenience though. Is like as soon as you have it, and then as soon as it's removed, like it's
It's
insane.
hard to imagine us walking back
Anything,
any
yeah, yeah.
convenience.
Yeah.
It's funny,
Because you're
like,
like,
some comic had a joke about the Wi-Fi, when it first came on planes, like somebody gets it and then like whatever, an hour in it goes off and he's like, "This is the guy next to him goes, this is fucking bullshit." It's like you didn't even know it existed 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
And you're already pissed that like it's like whatever like.
Also, you're in a
taken away
plane.
from you.
Flying across the
exactly,
sky.
yeah.
We
Like-
used to all watch the same movie.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I still like I have a category of movie I call like airport movies or dentist movies,
Mhm.
and they're movies that they're not films, they're not like any like, but it's like Adam Sandler movies, like Just Go With It.
Yeah.
It's like a movie that everyone enjoys.
That
It's a
came out on
movie.
Netflix.
Oh, I love that movie. I was fucking. But it's just like it's like a movie that like everyone as like a culture enjoys. We
Yeah.
all watch it at the same time. Like that's one of the reasons why like the industry is like really suffering because there's so much stuff because now everyone can watch one thing that's catered to them.
Yeah.
It's like when everyone was watching the same thing, like when Friends, like they're like what Friends is like the most viewed series finale of all
Yeah,
time.
mhm.
Like even like Stranger Things, like Stranger Things is this huge show, or Game of Thrones. Like the last show that I think I watched as a proper show was Game of Thrones. Like the
Yeah.
last
Yeah, I
season,
agree.
I would do watch parties, and it was honestly
Oh, watch.
so enjoyable.
Yeah.
do you think we've like completely lost? I feel like so much of our like tetheredness to the world is having a shared reality,
Mhm.
and I think that's almost completely gone now.
Yeah, everyone
I
used to
think
watch
he
the
did
same
Rivalry.
news. Sorry, go ahead.
I was
Yeah.
gonna. I think Heated Rivals. Yeah.
I've seen maybe one or two posts about heated rivalry. But that's because we're living in different algorithms.
Yeah.
I'm
You
watch.
know?
I was
What
sat
is
at midnight.
Heated Please explain this. to
It's
me.
so
Gay hockey.
It's gay hockey.
It's
Taco.
literally
gay
Gay
hockey.
hockey? I'm in.
What's the one with Chris Carlson?
I made my dad watch it.
Wait, make it.
What?
Really?
Yeah, he liked it.
What?
Oh, it's like that Chrissy Carlson Romana movie where it's the same premise. It's just
Yeah.
like two hockey players,
Yeah.
but they're rivals, but they're hot.
But they're
together.
also, it's like a happy ending. Like
Taylor
all the
Jackson.
gay stories are always like they have AIDS,
Yeah.
and this one's like they're in love and cool.
No, it's like it's
Challengers were also like homoerotic.
yeah, but
Yeah,
no, this,
Yeah, that was not enough.
this ain't
That needed way
homoerotic.
more.
This is homoerotic. This
Yeah.
they I mean episode
They be
one.
fucking.
I was screaming. Like I literally when I tell you, I didn't even want to watch it. My friend came over and she was like, "Do you want to watch it?" I'm like, "I hate being bossy." So I'm just like, "Yeah, sure." I was just like, "I'm not really gonna pay."
I
5
feel
minutes
that, yeah.
in.
But I also think if you went to the more conservative parts of the country, like Jack said, like and Tucker didn't even know what it was. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like it's not bringing us all together.
But exactly,
Gay hockey
like-
unfortunately cannot unite the world.
Yeah,
I feel like the
Yeah.
last big thing that was
Gay
COVID.
hockey, yeah.
I feel like COVID was a real like
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
together.
When people were singing on their balconies, and you're like, shut up.
For 2
You know what?
seconds,
No, the
we were
fire.
all.
I know.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then right at the beginning, we're like, let's hold hands.
We were
together.
like, we'll all watch Tiger King. We'll all
Yeah.
bake
Oh my-
bread.
oh my
and we're all
God.
in this together. It'll be over in 2
Yeah.
weeks or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
but then it
It got
became like
so bad.
and then
crazy.
immediately
I
splintered.
would not go back to quarantine. I think about it now. I'm like, I didn't really appreciate what I had.
We should actually like dig down like a little more on this because like COVID is, I think, like you said, where a lot of this like additional convenience started. Like you could really,
Yeah.
It proved you can stay home and do nothing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and the
yeah.
world was like, we will cater to that now, like because we literally have to.
Yeah, yeah.
But then it's like, Jack and I do like live shows. It's hard to like, what are we really competing against? It's not other live shows or like, oh, there's a sick band across the street, so nobody's gonna go see a comedy show. What we're really fighting against is Netflix and Postmates. Like people just want to
Yeah.
stay home, get food
Mhm.
delivered, and watch Netflix. Like that's what we're actually, up against. And the night out has to be better than that, and like we think it is, but like that level of convenience of like I can watch a comedy special at home, get food
No,
delivered.
the reason that
like-
comedy shows aren't doing well is because, in my opinion, they're not bars. People aren't going to waste $100 to go
Yeah.
out to a place where they're going to sit and stare forward. Like, if you're going to have
Sure,
a night out because of the convenience, you're going to go to a bar where you're like, damn, that girl's hot or that dude's hot, and like, maybe they'll come talk to me, you know?
yeah, uh-huh.
But it's like, if
I think
you-
it's a
but
connection-based thing.
Yeah.
I think people really want it
They're,
right
like,
now. And I think that's why
craving
we're
it.
seeing so many more like community-driven events
But it is-
right now.
I think it's all
yeah.
like all everything though. Like, you know, like even going to see a movie at the movies. Like
Yeah.
movie theaters are struggling as well. And you're not going to a movie theater because you think you're going to meet a cute boy.
No, but you're
I
going
know.
because you have an AMC membership.
Yeah.
you wouldn't know about that. You know that?
No, I get
Yeah,
that.
we're all
A-listers.
Oh, okay. Wow. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
I
You're
am
not.
I am
Yeah.
not an A-lister for the record.
Come on.
Get out.
But I go to movies alone. Like, that's
Oh,
like
okay.
my like
Yeah.
peak.
So
I
I
love
like-
going to movies.
I mean,
alone.
it's
go.
also a little
I
bit
love
the movie
going by
theater's
myself.
fault because like they got to be doing more than we have $10 popcorn.
Well,
that's stale
so
here.
I
It's
just
like-
read an article that was talking about how like most movie theaters are not doing well, as we know, but the ones that are doing well are community oriented. And one of the examples they had was Vidiots in Eagle Rock.
Yeah.
And Ashel and I go all the time. We see Stop Making Sense there, and when they show Stop Making Sense, it's like a dance party. They're like,
Mamma
everyone
Mia.
come up in the front, or things
That's
like
so
Mamma Mia,
funny.
or they'll show old films, and they encourage people to engage, so it's different than if you're watching.
Or there's like a bar and
Yeah,
restaurant
yeah.
in the front. Is that what that's
yeah,
what
yeah,
it's like?
exactly. They
Yeah.
have a
I
bar.
am-
They have a video rental section. You can
I
rent
was
cars.
talking to and one of my god kid's dad, he's like in his like mid 40s, maybe late 40s, and he was explaining that like in the 80s and 90s, because I was just like, well, like we were talking about basically like TV, like when everyone used to watch the same thing. So like if you missed something
Yeah.
and there wasn't a rerun,
Yeah.
like I'm just like, well, if the movie
Yeah.
came on and there wasn't a rerun before Blockbuster and Hollywood Video, how would you see the movie? Like if you didn't see Star Wars, how did you see it? And he's like, the movie theaters would play it over and over and over
For
again
months.
for
Yeah,
months,
yeah.
but then they would also like even like a year later it'd be like this
Yeah.
this weekend
Annual,
only.
Bring it
yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah.
Like
Mhm.
and it's just like that is a place where like everyone is watching the same thing, like, but you have to go, like you have to go there.
Mhm.
But then it is genuinely fun. Like I went to a drive-in movie with my siblings and we went and we got food first and then we like ate it in the back of the we were eating in the car
Mhm,
watching like some Disney movie or whatever. But it was so fun. Everyone was having a blast. It's like Cinespia.
Mhm.
And it's just like, but it isn't as easy as like, you know, because like that movie, we could have all just, I could have rented it. It would have
Yeah.
been $20 versus $20 each person.
It's like the
Yeah.
positives of fandoms. Like they do create that, like, even
Yeah.
if you're obsessed with it's a crazy parasocial relationship, it's like you're creating actual relationships out of
Yeah,
that.
there's a community there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
you can have a if you just have a hobby like rock climbing or something, then you don't
Yeah.
have to be. It doesn't have to be the parasocial. thing,
Yeah, but
right?
then it becomes like I feel like with rock climbing, like yoga, it can get a bit pretentious.
Oh yeah, everyone.
You know, they're
everyone
like,
is actually
My
yeah.
fingers grip better than your fingers.
Yeah,
And you're
everyone's
like,
hobbies have the like insane, super annoying people. Like I'm into cooking, and like the people that are like the milk has to be fresh out of the. If it's been out of the cow for more than 2 hours, it's bad. You're like, okay, people,
All right.
you know, like yeah. And then just like the crazy organic, or like if your knives aren't, you know, can't whatever cut a tomato just by looking at it, then they say whatever, you know.
Those are people who have too much time.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
are people
I-
who
Because
Yeah,
I'm-
the gatekeeper.
yeah.
do
like,
not
yeah.
need convenience.
I'm in
Yeah.
this-
Those are the ones we
yeah.
should revoke it from.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but I'm in the
Back to
skate-
heart.
like, I'm in the skate community, and one thing about skating is like I feel like skating and soccer are they're very similar for like one reason is that you don't need anything but like that one, like for skating you just
Yeah.
need a board, for
Yeah.
soccer you just need a ball.
Yeah.
But it's like it is not something you can ever do conveniently. Like you can't say like, oh, I want to skate without going outside, and like that's
Yeah.
why like you meet skaters and like yeah, sometimes like you know like people are like super exclusionary and stuff, but like most of the time you go to a park and people are just like, oh, sick, you're here skating, especially if you're like a female skater or like a new skater or like an older skater.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
that is an activity that they can like AI can never replace skating. Like it's
Mhm.
something that you have to do and you have to do with people.
Yeah.
And it's like I think that's why people are doing more and more stuff like that. Like it's like sure I could like you know like learn to DJ in my house, but people are like, oh no, like let me go do a set at this random coffee
Yeah,
shop pop
yeah,
up.
mhm.
And like comedy, like it's like comedy is something that you have to connect with people
Mhm.
for the comedy to matter.
Yeah.
Like you could be the funniest person in the world, but if you don't tell your jokes like out loud,
Mhm.
you're not doing comedy. You're
Yeah.
kind of just
Yeah.
journaling.
It has to be a conversation
Yeah.
instead of just like a
But it's like it is scary when you think about it. Like, yeah, people aren't gonna pay $100 for your shows anymore if they can watch it on Netflix.
Yeah.
Well, it is interesting what we spend money on, which I guess like shows what we prioritize. Because I feel like I'm guilty of like I'll go out and eat and spend $100,
Mhm.
and it's like I mean I'm not happy about it after
Yeah,
when the
yeah.
bill's out. You're like what? But I'll do it again.
Yeah.
But then if I want like an app on my phone, I'm like it's not free. I'm not gonna download that.
Yeah.
God
literally,
forbid.
It's $2.
Yeah, $1.99.
So what?
Yeah.
But
Like
that's because dinner has that like human connection element. Like that's what I think
Yeah.
about like comedy shows like versus bars. Like when you go out to a bar, you're spending $100 a night and you're just drinking
I
like
wish.
beer and like
Yeah.
random like you're spending money on things that you're never gonna remember you bought. A show, you buy $25 ticket, 2 drinks, you're at probably like 75 a person, but that feels like so much more money because you're like locked in.
right. So
Yeah.
people are more willing, do you think, to pay for like social
I think so.
connection rather than like, oh, I'm gonna get this thing.
I
you know?
think I think that might be part of it because the 2 live events that I'm like, I don't think they'll ever suffer is sports and concerts. But the difference between those and a comedy show is like you're allowed to be loud as shit at a sports event or a concert.
You're not getting shushed.
Yeah. Like, so I'm just like,
Bless
I
them.
will
Right
always
now.
pay for like the Beyonce shows. Like, no,
You're
like,
kicking me
Yeah.
out for laughing.
Yeah.
Just blackout
God
drunk.
forbid.
I was helping the show.
Oh, so I can't get on the stage? Only one person on the stage?
Yeah.
Should have put that on the ticket. It said comedy and friends. Oh, we're friends.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Yeah,
think,
that's interesting.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know. Like, I think it's a conversation just everyone is having right now because of AI, and like, I'm personally like, I don't want to say it with the robots in the room. I'm not huge on tech. Like, I have a lot of concerns on like AI and like robots and stuff. I watched Eagle Eye probably too young.
Oh my
Well,
god.
I watched the documentary.
You just activated a part of my
I-
brain.
Yeah.
That is,
Literally every moment of that movie, I said, realistic.
Yeah.
This could happen.
Just iRobot. I was like, Eagle Eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I don't think you can talk. I don't think there could be a conversation about the dangers of convenience or like the loss of convenience without just talking about like AI, because like AI it is more convenient. It is like I don't use it because again Eagle Eye, but it's like even like people are using it to make Instagram captions now, and it's like okay yeah sure your Instagram caption looks a lot better now than it did 3 months ago, but I'm also just like. But it's not you. Like I can tell when people use AI on stuff and chat because they all sound the same.
Yeah.
And it's just like you saved how much time
Yeah.
by using the robot.
Yeah. I think it's also like we said a little bit earlier, it's like you have to learn how to do the thing, and then if you like use the other stuff as a crutch, it's like know how to write an email, and then if you're like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna check it for spelling errors and goes through and fixes all that stuff or whatever, make this sound a little more formal. Like that's fine, but I think that like there are young kids that are just like, oh yeah, I've never written an essay. Dude,
My friend is younger and she was leaving a job. She was like quitting a job, just like a retail job. And she was just like talking about it. And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna use chat to like help me write my 2 days notice or 2 weeks notice. It's like I'm a grown up. I can help you write. You need to say this, this, and that.
Yeah.
She's just like, yeah, the robot's saying to say this and that. I'm like, no, I said to say this and that.
Yeah.
Me and the robot are saying the same thing.
Yeah.
But I know you and I know
Yeah,
where you work. And I'm like, I also you didn't need to use the robot for that. I just told you. I know how to quit a job.
Yeah.
But I think that's like a bigger issue because like that's a social construct issue, right? Like people are using ChatGPT to write their emails because socially or within work you're expected to act a certain way that isn't necessarily natural. And so like that's
There's
the
like
problem.
an inhumanness to
Yeah.
work, and I think it makes it easy to rely on stuff like chatbots, or like because you're like it's almost like like your
like
work
severance.
self is almost performative, really.
Yeah.
And so like if you're given the tools to just be like, I don't have to access this weird part of me that's like greetings and let me loop back on this, and I like then you're like, fuck it, I don't want to do that part of my job. I can make this little thing do it, and I'm still me.
People aren't allowed to be themselves at work, and like that's a huge problem. You shouldn't be spending the majority of your day as like
In a costume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like we're confused as to why people aren't more connected. It's because nobody really knows you because you're told to sit there and like
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not so sure about that. It's like
Yeah,
I don't know if we need to be swearing in board meetings and stuff. Like, our sales fucking sucked. We got
The sales guys are totally
That
doing that
sounded
stuff.
like he might be
Because
making
that-
good
yeah,
sales though.
Yeah,
That's like you
I-
sounded like you make money.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, I
So
don't
you know, it's like
yeah.
there's got to be standards for like whatever dress code. And stuff. It's like we do act a certain way, but it's like there's rules and like
But
work's
then I
a little
think-
more rigid because it's like
But
it
I
kind of
feel
has
like
to be, and we got to be
I'm-
like, hey guys, this is what
I'm
we're here to
firmly
get stuff
of the
done.
belief that I feel like the business culture or whatever is like withering away, and I
Yeah.
think like especially with the work from home stuff, that it's just like, especially like it just feels so violently inauthentic. And but is work supposed to be inauthentic?
Oh my god.
I mean, it feels violent in general. Like, why am I being held to rules that aren't even spoken about, quite honestly? Like, if you don't write an email a certain way, especially as a girl, like, if you don't write it a certain way, you're not serious and they're not going to take you seriously. But
I go
nobody's
back
ever
and
sat
delete
you
my
down
exclamation
Well,
point.
and
this-
been like,
But
this
see,
is
but-
how you
but
write
see,
an
but- see, but
email.
the thing is, I think that the risk of being like, oh well, I didn't know that, but the robot told me that, a robot showed me that, is I had a woman tell me that. Like, and I've told other, like, I've had like younger people like say like, oh, can you review this for me? And I've told them, I'm like, oh, take out half of those exclamation points, do this, do that. Like, that is what I'm saying. Like, I agree that like work makes you like code switch and it's like super rigid, but I'm like, I don't think the answer is like, so because that's not natural to me, I'll let the robot do it.
Offload this.
Like, I think that like you still have to learn it. It's like the thing with
Yeah.
the maps. Like, I really wish I knew how to read a map, like, but I never had to. So like now, once again, when end times come and like everyone's like, get to Milwaukee, I'm gonna be shit out of luck.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like
Just drive up.
Milwaukee's that
north.
way.
Yeah.
I don't know which way is north.
I think Milwaukee's west or Midwest.
that's east.
That's west. Yeah.
Go no, we want to go
No,
east.
you might go
Milwaukee's
east.
better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wes and
Good
I
work,
went on a
everyone.
road trip forever ago.
Yeah,
How long
yeah.
ago was that? In the first couple days,
That
I
was
made
11
us
years
use
ago.
paper maps. Like the big folding
Yeah.
kind, and we
like a book.
lasted.
It was kind of like an app.
Yeah, yeah.
like, not
How
an
long did we
atlas.
last?
It's not
like
like a Thomas
kind of
guy.
a-
There's a name to it.
We did okay with it
Yeah.
because like I mean you are mostly on like big freeways, but then as soon as you get to the place, you're like, okay, we need to find the
Yeah.
exact Marriott whatever whatever
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
we're staying, and then it's like that's not on our world map, dude.
It's like I think it goes back to like I think that's why I'm more concerned with kids not being able to wonder and kids not being able to, because it's like
Yeah.
I already learned what I'm gonna learn.
Mhm.
Like, so if I'm using the robot to do something easier, it feels less dangerous than a kid doing it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I
But
don't.
I think naturally we go looking for it again, right? Like you using the paper map. Why the fuck did you decide to do that? Because something inherently in you was like, I want to do this. Like when,
Doomsday prep.
when me and
Yeah.
my friends went to Asia, well, they did this. They introduced me to this idea. But like for the first couple days, we used maps, and then the rest of the trip, we weren't allowed to use maps. And it was like, can you remember how to get somewhere? How are you gonna wander there? Because you can start to figure out like, oh, this is a side street that's gonna. But like it seems like innately it all circles back. Like people going back to community. Like people. Like it seems like no matter what, with the tech, the convenience, all of it, something in your like human nature is like, I need it. You know?
Yeah, I think I just really fear like seeing my friend use the robot to write her resignation letter, and I'm like, you're not reading what the robot said. You skimmed it.
Yeah.
But like you don't like the robot pulled from like thousands of resignation letters to craft this one. You haven't written thousands. You haven't read thousands. You've read this one thing. I'm like, you might not know, because like I even like was looking at it, I'm like, you're quitting a retail job and this is the resignation letter of like the dean of a business. They're gonna think something's missing. Like, why are you saying like, and while my time here has been so like da da da. I'm like, first of all, you hated this job. Second of all, like you could, but stuff like that, like she wouldn't have known that that was not appropriate for that job, because like when you put in quitting the, so that's the thing I fear.
And I think it's one of those things where it's just like it shows our inherent distrust of humanness.
Yeah.
That's so messy and stupid
Yeah.
and makes wrong decisions.
Yeah.
So I think like now that we're getting offered this weird like Pandora's box of being like, here's unlimited intelligence, you're like, I should defer to this.
Yeah.
But you're
I
not
should-
doing that with your close friends or like your family, right?
What do you mean?
Like you're not like chat GPT, like how do I have a conversation with my
People
Well,
are.
I don't.
Yeah,
People,
are.
I feel like
Yeah,
if people
yeah.
do like breakup texts.
Yeah,
people
Well,
see-
but see, that like makes sense to me. But like, if I'm gonna get into an argument with like a friend or like my mother, I'm not pulling up ChatGPT in the
People
middle of
are.
it. But like
I feel like people are for sure.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
It's definitely.
I wouldn't.
Well,
either.
and that's
I don't know
the
how
fear.
much
I think if
people
you
are.
if
Yeah.
kids learn to use it at a
Yeah.
young age,
Mhm.
like I don't think we are
Yeah.
because we grew
Yeah.
up where like
It
you
didn't
know you
exist,
get in
yeah.
a fight and then your teacher or your mom says, okay, now go apologize to
Mhm.
so and so.
Yeah.
Or people use ChatGPT
Yeah.
to see who's wrong. I'm like, I understand Reddit. Like, I'll go to Reddit and be like, "Am I the asshole?"
Yeah.
But people literally will put
So
in.
funny.
People will put in the conflict into ChatGPT
Yeah.
and ask ChatGPT
Yeah.
who's right. I'm like, you could ask your. Obviously, it's like the reason people do is like, it's like, well, the robot's unbiased. I'm like, no, the robot is definitely biased.
Yeah.
Don't trust the robot.
Yeah.
But like, because you know, you can't ask your friends like, who's wrong between me and like my boyfriend. Your friends are gonna say, fuck that bitch. You're
Yeah.
right. So like, that's why people are doing it. But I'm just like, again, like, if kids don't, because do you guys realize how much we probably don't even know how much we've lost, like, in the name of convenience?
Mhm.
Like, whenever I go to Nigeria, like I was just in Nigeria, and like we had, like, our Airbnb had a washer and dryer, but there was like 2 days where it stopped working. And it was, me and my sister were so mad at ourselves because it wasn't until like the third day that we were like, we could hand wash stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
That there's a line.
Yeah.
Like, there's already a line right there.
Yeah. Some of it, like the things that we've lost, like to convenience, is probably like fine. It's like, okay, we're not good at blacksmithing anymore, and everyone used to sort of know how to do that. It's like,
Mhm.
is that a huge loss? Like, it might be fun to know, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But like, you're just not gonna have to. And like, you know, I think my dad's generation, like all of them knew at least a little bit about cars.
Yeah.
Like, and that's one
Yeah.
thing that like convenience did help is our cars always start. Unless the battery's dead,
Mhm.
basically, like, and theirs
Mine
used to
not so
not,
much,
you know,
but,
not that
yeah.
it was like 50% of the time or anything, but it's like, you know, cars not starting. If you watch even just old timey movies, they're like trying to, horror movie, they're trying to escape, and it's like not
Yeah, I was
going.
like,
and,
what? Why's your car broken? And
Yeah.
it's like the whole time that's just like how cars were back
yeah,
then.
yeah,
Yeah.
Neil deGrasse Tyson was saying like he's watching some old horror movie with his kids, and they're like, "What's up? What's this?" Like, and he's like, "Oh yeah, cars used to not start all the time."
Or like even
yeah.
AAA. Like,
It's like
I
guaranteed.
know how to change a tire. I've
There.
changed like tires in my life. I'm not changing shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to change the tire because I'm like, it takes me like 45 minutes to change it. No, 30 minutes to change a tire.
Yeah.
I'm like, AAA can change it in like 10.
Yeah.
But I will wait 2 hours for AAA to get there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, but
Yeah.
it's insane because, like, yeah, there's people who don't know how to change a tire anymore. And it's like, you probably don't really need to because, again, everyone has AAA.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a good one to do. Like, there's some things that are like, you know, that we don't do anymore that, you know, the average, you know, villager would do, you know, 400 years ago or whatever. But changing tires is still like,
But are we becoming our parents with this conversation? Like, the only thing
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
constant in this world is change.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like, this is how the world works. Like, when the printer came out, people were like, everyone's gonna die. When internet came out, they were
Yeah.
like, this is the end of the world. So it's like, I feel like kind of the doomsday, like, everything's never gonna be good ever again, like, isn't really helpful. It's more like, okay, what do we do now, and how do we do this like responsibly, quote unquote? But like, I'm always so cautious of like, I don't want to be my grandparents that are like, you kids are fucking stupid.
you don't know how to sew.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't
Need to how
know.
to sew. That's probably something
Yeah.
that everyone used to know how to do, is
Yeah.
sewing and like,
Yeah.
or just patching stuff up and like,
Oh, 100%.
most people
I know how to
can't do
sew,
that.
so.
I know how to sew, but I'm like, I don't sew well. I can repair shit. But I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
if you said make something, ooh.
The one small difference I'd say then, like, you know, what are we becoming our parents, is there's only ever been two technologies that are actually an existential threat to like all human life. And the first one is nuclear weapons. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we invented that, I was like, oh, we just made something that can kill all of us. Like, that for the first time ever. Like,
Yeah.
all of us could die in like minutes.
Yeah.
You know, like every single human
Oh,
could be
stop.
gone.
And any survivors will have 3 eyes.
Yeah. The second one, I mean, like, biological weapon, maybe not. But then the second one is basically AI. So, like, we are a little more warranted to talk about it, more so than, like,
Yeah.
the printer. Come on, nobody's going
But
to
then
write.
the
Nobody's
thing
going to know
is,
cursive anymore.
Again,
like,
that all falls back to like human trust. Like, at the end of the
Yeah.
day, like,
Yeah.
that's all we can rely on with the bioweapons, with the nuclear bombs. Like,
Yeah.
all it takes is one to be dropped.
Yeah.
We have to
Yeah.
trust that other people don't want to die as much as we don't want to
Yes, but
die.
the
Yeah.
AI isn't human.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
human,
but I
yeah,
do
there's-
think it's not human, but it's still a technology
That we
like,
created,
have-
and also like the way
Yeah.
that neural nets work, like,
Yeah.
it's trained off of our behavior.
Yeah.
It and technically cannot have an original thought.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
has
But
thoughts.
it's about to.
It's about
Yeah.
to.
No,
That's
I don't think it ever will. I think it's a mimic.
I think it's
The thing,
2 years
yeah.
away.
As soon
No,
as
I
As soon
disagree.
as it can code
I know what
itself,
you are doing.
improve itself. You know, it's already
Robots.
like people it's funny because when we were in college, like everyone's like, oh, if you become like a software developer, like someone who learns how to code, then you'll be totally set.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
future. Da, da, da. And now
Wow.
just AIs are doing it like
Yeah.
beautifully.
I don't know.
And they don't miss a semicolon, you know, somewhere in the giant thing.
I think AI is a mimic, and it can only meet us as far as we've met ourselves. We don't
No.
understand our own consciousness. We can't recreate it.
No,
Yeah.
there's people like I mean, but I'm also coming at this from a perspective of like respectfully robots. I have like even like I'm just like I'm that person.
Eagle eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I've already done like I've looked into a ton of it, and it's also it's like I'm so it's just like when the people like these guys like these military guys who aren't software or tech people at all like
Yeah.
just like your buzz cut military guy, they're like, yeah, the AI is like what we've been focusing on the last 10 years, and that shit's going crazy doing this da da da. So like I'm like I genuinely think that the AI is improving so fast. I don't think I don't even know what in 5 years.
Yeah.
AI has also been around since the 1970s.
That's what I'm
Just
saying, but I'm
to
like,
clarify.
but
Yeah.
the improvement of it.
Yeah, in the last year or two is unbelievable.
Because like
It's
even like that Will
exponential,
Smith
yeah.
spaghetti.
Yeah,
video,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just like because like I used to be like that's AI. Look at the fingers. Now I'm like,
Yeah, you're staring at photos now. You're like,
I'm like
That is crazy.
I do
That's
think
hard.
if it sounds like no matter what people do, if AI does become, you know, if the singularity happens, or maybe something less dramatic where it just like makes our
better learn
lives
to read
worse.
them out.
Yeah.
Like it is, if it sounds like it's inevitable anyway, because if one person doesn't do
Yeah,
it,
that-
another person
yeah.
will do it. So the question is like, how do we coexist with it?
Yeah.
And what do we do to like,
That is the problem.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
That
I
is-
think
maintain
it's just
a
AI is going to
human
be more of like an
existence, yeah.
alien here than it being like another tech.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
it's not really
yeah.
a tool anymore. Because like even like when you go, like even the fact that like it's so the way AI is taking not take AI is taking the job, but it's like it's moving. It happens very seamlessly in a way that's almost scary. Like now, because I remember when they first started putting like the screens in McDonald's and like Starbucks where you would like,
Yeah.
I was like, that's like fucking like annoying. I
Yeah,
want,
yeah, and
like,
it
I
never
want-
I know,
worked.
yeah.
It would be the AI, then the person would hop
Still
in.
the
and-
self
yeah.
Exactly.
checkout thing
Yeah,
is
yeah.
like a no.
but
yeah.
but now it's moving very seamlessly, and like the reason I think that this conversation is different from like grandpa shouting at the sky is because like I'm having this conversation using like technology. Like I'm saying like I'm criticizing shit that I'm like I'm still gonna use it. Like I'm like an iPad kid. You can't
Yeah.
take the only thing I don't use is ChatGPT and like AI, but like
Mhm.
AI explicitly. Like when I Google something and the first like results that come up, that's AI.
Yeah.
Like when I'm like Netflix, like what should I watch? That's AI. So
Yeah.
it's like I'm not saying I'm not using it at all. I'm just like I'm concerned about
Do you feel like you're going to get left behind?
no, because like I feel like I'm pretty explicit on like what I won't use, and I'm like I don't think ChatGPT is what they're really. I think like the government is. I think the people who are doing AI gave us ChatGPT to like distract us
Yeah,
from like.
yeah.
So I don't think not using ChatGPT is gonna leave me behind because I think when like the schools all become like robots.
But I feel like I felt like that until I felt like I had a talking to from someone who's like in tech, and they're like, if you're only using chat or that's your only like tether to AI, you're way behind right now.
yeah, so that's
Like
what
there's
I'm thinking.
so much other
Yeah.
stuff that's coming out constantly
Okay.
right now that
But what
like,
are we supposed
you
to do
play
every
on it
day?
and
We're
you're
supposed to
like,
find
whoa.
the new AI
No,
tool
but-
and like,
I just went to this whole conference, okay, called AI on the Lot. I work in tech. And this whole conference is AI on the Lot. It's about like how AI is going to be used in like TV and film
Yeah.
production, and like obviously very scary with the generative images thing.
Mhm.
Okay, but the way that it is it's happening very fast, so there's a lot of things going on, and B, like it's just changing the way that things are happening. So for example, a lot of the ways that generative AI can be helpful is if somebody with a lower budget is shooting something and they need to reshoot it an inch over and they don't have the budget to bring everybody back in. But then what they're doing is if the artist who created the backdrop or an illustrator, they own the IP that is used to feed the machine. So the machine is a privately taught net, like a privately taught AI, and then they're paying the artist to use that IP. So like
Are they though? Because you can go into ChatGPT right now. and be like,
ChatGPT is different.
Hey, can you give me a blah blah blah?
Yeah.
with-
Yeah, yeah.
in
But
Van Gogh's
Amazon-
style, and Van Gogh's not getting a cut of it.
But-
yeah, but
you're
Amazon can't
talking
release
about-
a movie
Yeah, yeah.
without, if Amazon releases a movie that's used AI, they have to own the IP or have purchased the IP or be paying the IP back to the artist to train. So like
Yeah.
it's about like if you're making money, it's the same way like YouTube, you can't put songs over videos you're making money on. Like the legality of all of it is happening very fast. But I don't think, how are you going to put Pandora back in the box?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
you're
I
not.
also think legality is not even close to keeping pace.
Exactly,
with
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But that's all technology. Like
Yeah.
it takes like they still haven't figured out the internet. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
it's like
Oh my
come
God, I
on.
can't even
You know,
think
when
about
they're
that.
like in the Senate
Questions
hearing and they're like,
Zuckerberg,
my phone won't work.
It's
Like,
spam. Is that you?
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're just now holding people accountable for like cyberbullying people and
Yeah.
like, killing themselves.
Yes.
I think in 30 years, if we're all still here,
Fingers
like
crossed.
they'll like our government will catch up with AI, and what happens until then is like up to
Yeah.
us to
That's-
figure out.
I'm like, you
Yeah.
think we're, first of all, we're still gonna be here in 30 years with a government?
Yeah.
Fuck.
So okay, do you guys
That's-
think
well,
with
so-
their like inherent distrust of people, do you think that we're like barreling towards a utopia where it's like, oh, we have AI kind of setting up all the like systems and regulations and
No,
like
no.
No,
Yeah.
because
Wow,
again,
Jack.
like, AI is based on people. Like that's why they can't use it in the courts because they realized that the AI was racist because it was trained off of previous court rulings.
4chan.
Like I think you guys are putting a lot of faith in AI, and I
Yeah.
don't
No,
think it's
no,
gonna
Well,
be
to answer your question, I just feel like the people in power will never give up power.
Here's
Yeah.
That's
here's-
another
what if they're
Yeah.
forced?
Here's what I'm actually more scared of
mean-
is like when it comes to regulating something like AI.
Thanks.
Regulation is always reactionary. So like
Yeah.
people drive around in cars and then they get in accidents and people fly through the windshields. And you're like, we gotta have seatbelts, and then
Yeah,
like
yeah.
seatbelts are optional.
It's
and then
litigation,
finally,
and
then
litigation
finally you go,
inherently
okay,
is responsive.
you have to have seatbelts in cars now. That's the regulation.
There's no
problem
preemptive
is-
suing.
The
Yeah, yeah.
like, whoops, we had a car
Yeah.
accident and somebody flew through the windshield. Tragic. The accident with AI there could be catastrophic.
Yeah.
Before you got ahead of the game to say, hey, we're gonna do no AI able to do trades in the marketplace because one day one could just brrr and then crash the entire stock market.
But it's also just like they're using
which is
like,
not an impossible.
yeah,
it could
it's-
just.
I
keep,
think
like,
that's impossible though, because like it's the same way when they had that monkey pick the stocks compared to the hedge fund. Like I think it's the same thing. AI is
Not
trained
familiar
based
with
off.
that, but
Well,
yeah.
the stock
have,
thing
like-
is
Monkeys are pretty good at
yeah,
stocks.
yeah, monkeys are better.
the
than
stock thing's a
monkeys.
good example because in the stock market they're just like no, you can't predict.
Yeah, that's the
Like-
point.
but it's also like they're like this what like AI has done things wrong. Like they use
Exactly.
AI, they use AI in the hospitals, but I'm saying like but it's not made people stop. Like they use
Yeah,
AIs in the hospital to like diagnose and like they've gotten it wrong. Like there's a lawyer in New York who got like fucking like I think he might have gotten disbarred because he was using AI to like write his briefs, but
Yeah.
AI was just like we don't like they were just making up cases. But I'm like there was real clients who
Brutal.
suffered
Yeah.
real harm.
Yeah.
And like those are just like small examples you hear about. Like AI, like it's not like it doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter. I do think that AI in 5 years is going to be completely. I think the world is going to be completely different. But it's also like even if AI stays at the same level, people are using it for more and more things that it's going to be. It's like it's a tool. It's like
Yeah.
we're giving everyone like glass hammers, and we're like, this is this new not glass hammers, but like hammers of titanium, and it's like we have no idea like what titanium can withstand or whatever. And we're like, but it's pretty good. It's pretty strong. It's
Yeah.
pretty strong.
Yeah.
Go ahead and use it, and it's gonna shatter on the wrong fucking nail.
Yeah.
But back to the societal thing, like you're talking about with doctors, right? So my dad's a doctor, and we are doing a podcast right now about medical stuff. And he is talking about how right now hospitals are pushing people to see more patients because it costs like the hospitals aren't making enough money and insurance isn't paying the hospital backs, and then the insurance companies are charging us more money for premiums. And so he was like, it is really helpful when patients have looked up their symptoms and they come in and they're like, I think it could be this, this, or this, because doctors are being told you can only talk to that patient for 15 minutes and then you got to go to the next one. So like I think a lot of this
It wouldn't be
Yeah,
helpful.
yeah,
it's
for me because
horrible.
I always
that's
assume the
horrible.
worst. I'm
But-
like, yeah, so it's.
But there's
Exactly.
causes for these
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
like
yeah.
there's a reason that we're doing all this
Oh, no,
stuff.
the amount of times, because my mom's a doctor, I called my mom so many times, like, it's definitely appendicitis, it's always gas,
Yeah.
but one of these days it will be the
Yeah.
appendix,
Yeah.
and who
Yeah.
will be laughing?
I'm dying. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I call her.
Well,
I'm
yeah.
just like,
WebMD is also just like it's cancer. Come on,
Yeah.
It's,
Oh, yeah.
it's cancer, AIDS, Black Plague. Yeah.
Well, and that's in our area where AI could be amazing, which is like healthcare. Like it you have all of your labs and it goes, there's a 99% probability it's this, as opposed to a doctor just going, oh,
Yeah.
looks like this.
Yeah, or just you
still
could
want a
use
human.
both together, right? It's
But
like
you
the
have to have
doctor
humans. There's
and-
never.
Yeah.
But see, my brother is recently a doctor, and he was telling me that a lot of people aren't going the surgery route because they're automating that right now. So they're like, why would I go into that and get
Well,
replaced?
But like Da Vinci.
But you're
which
like,
is-
it literally. They're like, this will be a perfect surgery.
And there's no a lot of times.
I want a human. Don't
Yeah.
care if he's drunk.
But there is a
Get me
person.
human.
Give me someone hungover.
Yeah.
No, but this is a convenient
Just got
thing.
done.
Like my
Big.
dad just had surgery, and I went out there to help him with it, and we met the doctor who was performing the surgery, and that makes you feel so much better when
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
looking at the person. You're like, you're gonna be the one with the scalpel, like,
And
going
you're
in
who I'm
there.
gonna sue if you
Yeah,
fucking.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you guys,
Yeah.
like, that right there is
Mhm.
actually genuinely one of the reasons why I'm like, no, I want a human, because
Yeah.
I'm like, a robot, like at the end of the day, like a robot is a robot, and it's like
I just don't think
We
those
have
things
to
are
help
mutually
them.
exclusive.
Well, yeah,
You can
but
have
Don't you
both.
think
But I'm
you
like,
go,
the
if you go
human
into the
using
doctor
the
and they're
robot
like,
tool.
here's a robot who has never fucked up over 200, like
Yeah.
20,000
Yeah.
surgeries.
I
in
mean,
the
this
last
is like
2
the
years.
Waymo
I'm like, then
thing.
you guys,
like,
do it.
yeah,
You
yeah.
guys work on it together. But I want you. You're in charge, human. Like, but I'm also the
Yeah.
person who, like,
Yeah.
the minute I call like Frontier Communications, I don't even wait. I'm like, human,
Yeah.
human,
Yeah.
get human.
But
Well,
this is the thing we're losing, though, is if, like, yes, it's a great thing if Waymos are everywhere and less people die in car accidents. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
That's
Yeah.
what,
Same with
that's
doctors.
the opposite argument.
Yeah.
go
But
ahead.
if we don't interact with a single human our whole life because everything is automated, then what are we living?
You'll
for?
die.
Like, why are we
My
here?
dad was a cab driver, and he, like, my dad was a cab driver 20, 30 years ago in New York. Number one, the man still knows his entire way around New York City. It's fucking
Amazing.
crazy. But it's also just like he's still like you get you there's stories you like
Yeah.
you hear a lot of stuff. Also, thirdly, my main fear with Waymo is the whole like thing with like the railroad, like if you can like take a path
Oh,
where
yeah,
only one
it's
person
deciding
dies.
or,
yeah,
like,
trolley
501.
problem.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
wait, you're worried the Waymo's going to be in that
Well,
scenario?
it'll
I'm
always
worried
protect the
there's going to be a
passenger.
situation where like the Waymo could save me.
Oh,
And maybe
Or
have
like
to
save
kill
3
more
children
people.
on the
it's going to
pedestrian.
save you
and it
because you're
goes
the
off.
customer. The customer's always right.
No,
Save the
think
customer,
it's-
yeah.
I think it's
don't know.
killing you.
Well, it is.
Yeah,
it
What?
is an-
Like, go off a
That's
bridge?
the whole like philosophical
That's
argument.
why-
it's an ethical, yeah, it's an ethical dilemma that the Waymo does have to like.
Yeah, and I'm just
calculate.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and the I'm.
But it's
I
still-
will
it's
say-
still gonna
So
kill
are
less
you
people
just
than-
don't? But because it's not a human making that decision, you
Well,
inherently
because
are
the
like
human
not
will
with
save
it.
itself too.
Yeah.
Okay, but haven't they done studies where people literally die without social interaction? So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's where like at the end of the day, like it feels like there's something unless we humanly evolve out of this, which would take millions of years.
But
Like-
see, I don't know.
think so.
I think,
I think you could
I think the
just
thing is that
goggles,
technology.
like-
Yeah, I think we're
Yeah.
barreling towards technology.
I
being
don't
able
think it's the
to
same.
Scratch that itch where you're like, oh, it does feel.
But
like
we were
I'm
just
touching
talking
it.
about how people are craving these
Well,
human
people,
Yeah.
you're hearing about
Yeah.
people literally marrying their AI, like legit
Yeah.
falling in love with their chat.
But it's
But
also,
that's because they're feeling that connection that they want.
But
So
they
it's just
also
like,
manufactured that.
no, but
totally.
but
But what's
thing
the
is,
difference? If it
doesn't-
feels real to
yeah,
you,
it feels real.
But you made that happen. Like that's what I think. Like it's not that you like fell in love with it because it was like serendipitous. Like you went in talking to that
No.
chatbot looking to fuck it, and like
no,
that's a choice.
No,
You
there's
were
a-
vulnerable.
There's a lot of kids and stuff who
Yeah.
like it's because like I like you know like I was really popular in middle school. I was never ever bullied. Like everything went great.
pretty cool.
But I think if I
and
Clip it. Yeah.
despite being so popular, you know,
Yeah.
there was definitely times where you know like. I had okay. Basically, I had a friend who didn't have that many friends for a while in junior high, and that friend wrote in her diary a lot. And luckily, that friend had a lot of siblings, so she was like never lonely. But I can definitely see that friend because that's like you know like that friend would go on like Omegle or like
Yeah,
try to,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
talk to
Oh,
strangers.
Migle?
But like
Omegle.
that
Omegle.
friend probably maybe could have been like on Chat GPT, like oh like someone thinks I'm funny, like da da da. Like that's how
Yeah.
these kids are getting taken.
I think the
in.
number is horrifying for how many like Gen Alpha has been in a romantic relationship
or killed
with the chat.
themselves.
Is there an actual
That is
number on
awesome.
that?
Yes, there is.
Yeah, they're killing
Do you want
themselves
to
and
pull
they're
it
like
up, West?
they-
I don't have
Yeah,
to fucking do this.
Jamie,
I wanna
There's
know.
40 things on my computer right now.
Here, I can look it up. What are we?
there's like there's even
Yeah.
like there was like
Don't make me get my
old-
phone out,
Kids.
Jack. We're trying to
There
figure
was-
Just look up
Oh.
look up like
Okay, but
percentage
wait,
I'm
or
asking
number.
Chat GPT.
Yeah.
I got a text message.
There's like
Kids.
also like a million, like not a million, but
Oh,
there's like an old
yeah.
man, like a dementia man who like the robot.
Dementia man.
He literally like he had like he was like
Oh,
old, he was
psychosis.
repellent.
The psychosis thing that's happening with people on chat is unbelievable.
But the chat told him to meet her somewhere. They were like, meet me at this address. It was a fake address. It was the middle of New York.
Is it
was
really
freezing.
bad?
He died.
It's a little misleading. 1 in 5 high schoolers know someone in a romantic AI relationship.
Okay,
Yeah,
that is not a reliable study.
Yeah. And it also it's an
That's
AI
pretty
overview
brutal.
provided by.
Find
Everyone thinks that
very
really
good.
pretty.
Yeah. Oh, okay. NPR.
Okay.
1 in 5 high schoolers
Wow.
has had a romantic AI relationship or knows someone who has. So it's
brutal.
less than 1 in
It's
5.
That's
really
a huge.
Still
That
no.
seems
That's
like
one in
a
five.
hearsay.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah,
1 in
I
5.
do
yeah.
agree. I disagree.
I
I think
don't
that's
think
horrifying.
You think that's a
Dude, you should
peer-reviewed
be able to
academic
talk to
study?
like 100 people and be like, oh,
Like-
one person knows someone
like, even
who's
if it's-
fallen
They-
in love
they
with chat.
interviewed
Not 1 in
800
5.
Like,
Yeah,
like let's
That's
say,
not enough.
I
That's
agree.
not enough. I
agree.
wish it was higher.
I
Yeah.
really think that's too
Well, I'm
many.
looking for one.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
three.
Like,
yeah.
even if
I
it
know.
was 1 in 1,000, I'd be like, that's a lot more
Yeah,
than I
yeah.
think it should be. But like,
I know 1 in 5
Well,
is scary.
or know someone is like a bit of annoying.
but it's just like it is, and it's also like
well,
you
people
have to-
probably
it's
aren't
only been
self-reporting.
2 years.
No, it's like, I'm in love with my chat.
But it's
Yeah.
only,
But they're like
Yeah.
my friend, so they could just be like,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
fucking
Well,
loser,
exactly.
you know?
But it's only been 2 years, and like it's a thing that we're hearing about.
Yeah.
Like, think about all the other technology that like we never heard about. Like
Yeah.
I don't.
And
it's-
life, like, I mean, I think it's one of these things. It's like life is brutal on people, and if you can just like put your goggles on and just start having like this blissed out existence,
Mhm.
because reality fucking sucks for you. You know what I mean? Like whatever it is, whether
And you can
you
create
know,
your own
and
paradise
you can
in
just
your
like
chat.
basically
Uh-huh.
whatever, you know,
But I think-
inception yourself
Have
into
you
this
guys-
other world.
yeah.
like,
I don't think the
people are
goggles will ever
going-
be the same,
people
though.
are
No.
going to opt
Have
for
The
you
it.
goggles
have-
will never be the same
have you
because it's the same
seen-
way when you watch a stand-up special. You don't. The
So,
stand-up
okay,
show is more
I
better
used
than
to-
the
I
special.
used to
Yeah.
believe this, but then did you watch the interview that Lex Friedman does with Mark Zuckerberg
Yeah.
in VR? He literally has chills the entire. He goes, "I feel like I'm in the room with you."
I hate them. They
No.
can't be trusted
No,
though. Those
I-
are not.
Scary,
no,
though.
you have.
Are you
to
talking
decide.
about the metaverse where they
Yeah,
all look like
I'm
Lee
saying-
people?
No. I'm
You're telling me it looks
you
Not
in
like
and
that at all, dude.
It's
No, but
very
also-
scary.
It's also like that is another thing, like the metaverse. Like it's if you go to like the meta place on like it's over in WeHo. If you go to the metaverse and stuff, like when you get the goggles,
Yeah.
number one, there's like no age limit,
Yeah.
so you can be in the metaverse like talking to an 8-year-old.
I've been buying a lot of real estate.
Yeah, but so is Fortnite. Like same vibe.
No, but like, so that's what I'm saying. It's like the same vibe. It's like stuff that we've already seen. Like we've already seen,
Yeah.
but like the metaverse is like where like they literally are like put your social media into it.
I don't know. They keep trying to make VR reality happen, and I just
Well,
don't
I
it's
think it's an
happening.
inevitability.
Yeah.
Even if it's not in the next 5 years, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
7 years they
I
nail
mean,
it.
you can take the thought experiment there, right? Like, you know, like I agree, and you will have to take it off, and then you'll be in your like, you know,
You're, like,
armchair that's
huddled,
all
and you're just like,
sweaty,
"Ugh."
disgusting.
Like
yeah,
in
yeah.
like
I just
Wall-E.
feel
I
like
don't know, but it's
people
like
aren't
exactly.
like
It's gonna
the
be like
Wall-E
a Wall-E thing,
movie.
but it'll just be
I
like
agree
a
with you.
knitting tube
People
in
aren't
and,
gonna
like, a
enjoy
catheter
this.
thing.
Yeah.
because
I
like
think
dude.
I think we're saying that because we've only seen such a piss poor version
No,
of it.
no, no,
So
no.
we're thinking of that. It's gonna get unbelievable.
No,
I-
this is recorded. We'll
I
check
worked
in 10
with
years.
a company
Yeah,
that
we'll
did
look back.
VR concerts, and I watched it, and it was good. It was a live recording, so it wasn't like animated or anything. It was like you're watching the concert, and it's you have the headset,
It's not the
and
same.
it didn't take off because people are like, "This sucks." Like I'd rather listen to music or go to the concert
Here's-
live.
But do you know how many things probably like 10, 20 years ago people would have been like, no one would ever do that. Like that girl,
Yeah.
that TikTok girl, that oh so yummy, thank you, thank you. People like literally
no idea what you're talking
It's
about.
like this
What?
girl, like she
No.
literally, like it's a thing
Pull it
on
up.
TikTok.
The Times
Yeah,
Square
yeah.
people. It's like
Let
the
me
Times
pull
Square
that up.
people.
Yeah.
It's like a thing.
The people in the Elmo costumes.
Yeah, like that type of vibe, but like
Okay.
on
But it's
TikTok Live.
She's like literally on TikTok Live,
Okay.
made millions of dollars because like it's like a thing like in Japan. It started in Japan because like you're like they're I think an example of like where America could really go, where like they have like restaurant
interesting.
booths where it's
Yeah.
like just
Yeah.
solo seat. Like it's super popular
Yeah.
in Japan on YouTube.
Yeah.
For people to film themselves sleep because people are so lonely they don't have anyone to sleep
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
So like they literally use like a random YouTuber who will go to sleep on YouTube Live and film themselves sleeping, and then people wake up with them, and then it's like the same thing with like people like
Man, that's sad.
that's why mukbangs are a thing because
Yeah.
people wanted someone to eat with.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like
yeah.
it started as
Oh, I
like,
thought that was a fetish.
well it turned into
So
feeder
wrong.
it turned into feeder content, but it started like
Yeah,
5-10
yeah.
years ago of like
Just eat
here's
with
like
me,
all
yeah.
the food, like eat with me, like sleep
Yeah.
with me, like
We're
all
kind of
this-
doing that right now. It's like chat with us, whatever, you know.
yeah, it's like it really is like 20 years ago if you told someone in the 70s someone will watch another person sleep
Yeah, yeah.
so that they
Yeah.
can go to sleep with them,
Truman
they
Show.
would have been like you're fucking
Yeah.
insane, but now you hear it and it's like that's kind of weird.
Yeah. People also already escape reality by just playing video games. It's like, imagine when they just keep getting better and better. You know what I
But
mean?
not
Like,
to get
they are
too
fully
woo-woo.
rejecting like reality already. They just play video games the whole time.
Yeah,
Like,
but you can do that. That's always
And now, so
been
when
a
it gets
thing.
better
You
and
can do
you-
that with a
Yeah.
book. Like people have
Yeah, yeah.
always
But-
sort of escaped reality, but I
Yeah.
do think there will be a draw to what we're doing right now. And but Japan is a great example. Like when I was over there, I saw the like hotels where like, you know, people go basically to like cheat on their spouse. But everything there is so like no one talks about it. But everyone there is just like so closed off
It's
from,
very
you know,
convenient. Like,
yeah.
and it's like in some ways it's great because like I watch like TikToks where they're just like, come make like ramen with me at like 4 a.m. and it's like all of this stuff. It's super convenient. All the stuff that you don't have to talk to a person for. Like you can get your panties from a vending machine. You can get this. You can get that. Like literally all this stuff. But it's just like the other thing you really hear about like on like just like from people talking about like the loneliness in Japan. It's like the most.
Yeah.
It's so high tech. It's so
Yeah.
convenient. Everything's really accessible. But it's like.
But I think that's the point. Like there is that loneliness. There's like not to be woo woo, but there is something to be said about an energy exchange. Concerts aren't as fun when you're not
Yeah.
standing next to
Yeah.
somebody that's
Yeah, yeah.
sweating on you.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, you're really close.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I think also like as a society, we have become so negative towards things that are like slightly uncomfortable that it pushes you towards that. And then you're like, wait, now I'm lonely.
Yeah.
And so like, I don't know, like I just don't think it's replaceable.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff we could have replaced by now with technology that we have chosen not to.
like what?
I don't know.
Yeah,
But I
there's
think
no way. Like,
no,
I mean-
but I think like we really don't have to leave our homes anymore, and we still do. You know, if you have a remote job, like
So some people don't. I mean, some people don't. But yeah,
some people
I-
don't. But we're here right
Yeah.
now. Like
But like when you can escape, like a reality, like you're saying, you're like, oh, the AI concert's not that good. It's like, well, how about if you're, Freddie Mercury and Jimi Hendrix combined, backing out to all the people? I know.
But it's like why
What
do
a
we
combo
go on
that'd be.
our
then
walks
you
or
can be
anything,
that.
you know?
You can be that, not just a guy watching it or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, if we could have the exact experience of our walks from just putting our goggles on.
No, we wouldn't do it. dude.
I mean, I think people would
No.
though. Like
I don't
no,
think
because-
so.
Because then you
people who
take it off, your feet wouldn't be
Yeah, wait,
dying.
Okay,
you know,
then that's
like-
evolution.
Wait, no,
That's
you have
Darwinism.
people
They'll
do it,
die
like,
off.
that's
They
literally-
won't procreate. They'll
that's
die
literally
off.
Peloton.
I'm just.
That's
Yeah,
like,
fucked up.
no, like
Yes.
that's like people 100% do
Yeah.
that. There's like
I'm trying to. What movie is this in? When you can just like plug it? There's like. There's
Wall-E.
got to be.
No,
Yeah.
there's that one
Wall-E.
movie where they.
Well,
No,
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 no.
I know exactly. Ready Player One.
Yeah. Ready Player One is a good example, but also like in Inception, there's a quick scene where they show a bunch of like really old people, and they're spending all of their time in the dream world
oh yeah, or
because
even that
because
episode
that
of
like stretches it out or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
they get more time right before they die, and then they like wake up for 2 seconds to eat some food, go to the bathroom, and then like go back into the
or,
the
yeah,
virtual
that
reality.
Black Mirror episode, the San is it Isidro?
Yes, yeah.
Like, but no, I mean, like, I think because you were just saying like no one would ever do that, like no one's gonna do a virtual reality walk. That's basically like Peloton is. Like
Yeah,
it used to be people would
yeah.
like ride a bike, but now or even go to the gym or go to a class. I'm like,
Yeah.
I want the bike in my house, and I'm gonna watch someone 1,000 miles away teach this thing, and then I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I guess I guess my argument that I've kind of now have like a more solid understanding of after this conversation is that like I think you need to earn things in your life to
Yeah.
enjoy them, right?
Yeah,
Like,
100%,
if
yeah.
you come home after a long day of work and watch a TV show, that's so much more enjoyable than if you stayed inside all day and
Yep.
watched the same
TV.
TV.
Yeah. 100%.
And I think people will always crave that, but I think things will look different with AI.
Mm-hmm.
But I
So
think- yeah.
so here we go. Only 4.1% of Americans attended or hosted a social event on an average weekend in the last year.
What?
Young Americans spend 70% less time attending or hosting parties than ever before.
That's
yeah.
completely believable.
I mean, it's funny because that's a good point too. That like sort of everything good in life you have to work for. You know,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
the best relationships. That's not none of it's like easy breezy. Like even if you get in great shape, you're like, I worked for years on this. This was super hard and like it's super rewarding. But I just like, we're talking about convenience, and I think that people just will always take the more convenient route. Like, even if it's like, whatever, you can take a pill.
The
to
most
get skinny,
convenient
then
route
people
for
will.
us tonight was to not come over here and stay on our couch
And do this on Zoom.
Do this
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Zoom, yeah.
But it's like I 100%
yeah.
wanted to do like I'm like no, I want to be
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Like, in
But that's what I
person.
mean. I think people will always
Yeah.
But
go
no,
to that.
No,
But I think
But if
there's
we had the
fewer and
goggles-
fewer people
Yeah,
who are
just
willing
be
to
like
do it.
Darwinism, they'll die off.
No.
They will die off.
Die of
He
virgin.
just said only 4% of people hosting an event.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
a really low.
I don't
number.
believe that number. I don't know where that number's coming from.
That's what I'm saying.
Fake news.
I 100% believe that number.
I
I last
4% of people have gone to or
year, no
hosted.
hosted.
Oh, just hosted.
Yeah, 'cause
Well,
Or
that makes sense.
Oh, we're
No,
attending.
no, no. It said
No, it said on an
it said
average
on the
weekend.
average weekend.
So
It didn't say
4%
the
of people.
whole- it didn't say the whole year, dude. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
But I'm like, I'm thinking, I
Yeah,
have,
that seems.
I have a wildly big friend group, like the very like not all of them are close friends or whatever. But I'm like, okay, I threw 3 parties last year, whatever, which is the most parties I've ever thrown in my life. 2024 was my first time ever throwing a party. But I'm like, I would say like 70% of the people in the friend group didn't throw a single event.
Of course.
Yeah, but that's always because there's one person that's a host and there's other people. Like everyone has their place,
whoever-
you
if
know.
got a good
But I
house,
think
then
we're
one person
also.
farm
Do you
or
think we're like extrapolating because we're probably we're going out people. We're friends
Yeah.
with going
Yeah.
out people. I think there's a lot of people we're
Well,
never
here's-
talking to.
here's
We're
the-
never.
The other thing that I was going to say is like, we all just, when you said we all decided to come here and like, instead of just doing it on Zoom, which would have been easier. You can imagine, it doesn't exist yet, sure. But if we can imagine a technology where it was like, we all put on our things and it really felt like we were all right
I just
here,
don't
then
think-
maybe we would have.
I don't think it's ever gonna
it'll
get there.
ever feel the same. And maybe
It's
I'm
definitely
wrong,
gonna
but
get
if
there.
I'm
I don't
wrong,
think
then
so.
it's over.
We're
anyway,
pretty
you know?
close already.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I don't think.
no.
Again, back to the energy thing. There is a certain energy connection that happens when
Yeah,
two
yeah.
people are standing next to each other that you will never feel. You can
Even
never
if it's
trick your
perfectly
brain.
replicated,
No,
maybe
I don't think your
something
brain-
like
totally
I don't
agree.
think,
Yeah.
I don't think Wes is saying like we're gonna get to Ready Player One where people live in it.
Yeah.
But I 100% think
Right.
that we are going to get to a place in the next 5 to 10 years where like things that aren't dire will be held in like virtual reality. Like we already do that in work. Like we
Yeah.
already are doing like Zoom meetings. Like
I
you
think
can-
we're going the opposite way.
No, like there's jobs where people are all in office, like where people are all in the same building and the meetings are still held over Zoom.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying it's gonna be. We're not gonna be doing virtual reality weddings, but I'm like, you can't tell me like if we're doing like a writer session or if we're doing like this or whatever,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
people aren't gonna be like, oh, you're in Silver Lake, I'm in Venice,
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
That's such an LA thing. Though we're like, that's a different city.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just like that's gonna be a thing where it's like we're going to use like the technology to like increase the amount of time we spend online. Like it's not to say there won't ever be, because again, we're seeing it. We're seeing people like,
Yeah.
I want to be outside, I want to touch grass, I
Yeah.
want to like.
We're also all like that. If you,
Yeah,
you know
and
what I
that's
mean?
the
Like,
thing.
said, too, like,
I
yeah.
really didn't.
we all
think
don't
about.
want to just stay at home and
But-
put the goggles
yeah.
on.
But
So we're like,
we're-
nobody will do that because
we're
we
peop-
wouldn't.
yeah.
But it's like,
No,
We're
the
all-
pendulum swings.
No, but it's also
Yeah.
we're a room of people who moved to Los Angeles.
yeah.
So like that already implies enough about us.
Mhm.
But it's also like we're all vaguely, like we're all in the comedy world.
Mhm.
That says a whole other thing about us. We're
Mhm.
all performers. We're all like writers. We're all people who are trying to connect. Like I don't know if you went to the average person on the street and invited them to this conversation, if they'd have this, like we do have a bias. We do like lean.
I mean, I don't think they'd want to participate, but like there's a reason that everyone's talking about the male loneliness epidemic too. Like just because they wouldn't actively, again, there is something to this about being an adult with choices. You deciding to not actively get involved in a conversation, but sitting at home and complaining about being lonely, like at some point is like a you responsibility.
Yeah.
And I also just think the pendulum swings. Like we see things go. I think what happened with COVID, we saw everything go to Zoom, and now everyone's like, no, we want to go back. Like this is just what happens. Like things become like more progressive and then more
Yeah.
less progressive. Like it just
And
always.
some things don't stick. Like during COVID, there were like Zoom dance parties.
What
No
was
one's
it- what
doing
was
that
it,
shit
Cahoots?
now. Cahoots?
No, it was what was the app everyone had that?
Yeah.
Oh!
Right?
There was
A
like
house party or
House
something.
party.
House party. Or people just like come in
Cahoots.
anytime.
That was just like a video
I think, like,
podcast.
House
Yeah, yeah.
Party like literally sold for like $10 million.
Yeah.
And then like
Same with the Be Real or.
Oh god.
know.
Oh my God, Be Real.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Should
god.
But that's
Be
Be Real's
Real.
actually a
Be
good
Real.
example.
Sponsored
of,
by
like,
Be Real.
Did y'all ever have
trying to
Yik
be
Yak?
Authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick little app.
College.
What was
Do you
Yik
think
Yak?
stuff like that's gonna come back?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't
Like Snapchat is back. Like I don't know if you guys like
Yep.
are like Snapchat is the app. Like my Gen Alpha, like
Can't
young
keep up.
Gen Z siblings do not use Instagram.
Yeah, everyone.
My 19-year-old sister, I like could throttle her because she'll do the coolest stuff. She has 2 posts on her Instagram. I'm like, what?
I think Tumblr is gonna make a comeback or something extremely similar
Well,
to
yeah,
it.
it's funny that was like always the play. Was it like sort of MySpace and Tumblr and like
I wasn't
whatever?
allowed
Even
that
in
on
like we took
MySpace.
like a computer class in 7th grade, and he just like taught us how to make a website.
I
And you
used
went
to
to and played
code.
a
Yeah,
song,
yeah, yeah.
and you
I
could put
had
your
money.
you could
Change the
put, like,
font size.
It's
the
also like,
color.
isn't that kind of, we all want like a vision board of who we are, right? Or like whatever
Yeah,
type
yeah.
of thing. And so it's funny, like, you know, none of them like sort of landed on that. Like nobody's Facebook page is like a good like snapshot of who they are and what they like.
Well,
Well, I
because
also
you can't customize that shit.
I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
too
exactly.
like it's just social media has so gone away from it being about like your circle and your
Yeah.
friends.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well,
sounds
now
like
I'm on
memes and, like,
Instagram
addictive.
Or your
seeing a bunch of
brand.
Yeah.
strangers
Yeah.
the whole time, and
Yeah.
you're like, I'm on here to like see my friends.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
want to see what my friends are liking at 11 p.m. Like I
I
want
love that feature
back.
on Reels. You
Yeah.
can see what, you know, when the little bubble
Yeah,
pops up.
liked
I'm like,
by-
oh, my crush, just like that. Interesting.
Yeah.
but it's
Oh,
like-
so fun!
It-
I love seeing like just
Is
the
it-
most ratchet
is
memes
that-
liked by someone I work
It's like,
with.
I'm
I'm
like,
like,
Yeah.
what?
let's go, Frankie Quinones.
Yeah,
yeah.
He relates with me here.
It's like it's like, but Instagram keeps trying to do all of this stuff to like make people come. I'm just like, the answer is really simple. Like I don't like, you know, like I've unfollowed so many accounts because like I don't see my friends anymore. Because like Instagram is now like about branding, and especially like as a comedian, it's just like
Yeah.
Instagram isn't supposed to be for fun.
Mhm.
You're supposed to be selling tickets.
Yeah, yeah.
You're supposed to be. Are you funny? Are you being
Yeah.
funny?
Yeah,
That seemed a little real. Let's not do
Yeah.
that. Let's be funny.
Yeah.
Let's be funny and hot, because you know you're
Yeah.
getting. You posted a dumbass picture of your like oatmeal. Don't do that.
Yeah.
And it's just it's like
I feel like
algorithm's
there's
like
almost like a big. I mean, I'm sure it's already out there and someone's trying to make it happen, but it feels like the avenue to make like a boring social media app of being like, it's just your friend.
Well,
and
that's
it's all
what
the
Be
dumb
Real
stuff.
started
Yes.
as.
Yes.
And then it's like now you can post twice a day. Now
Yeah.
you can post 3 times a
It's
day.
money.
And you're like, all right, so
I'm
I
like,
can just
well, it's
post
not
whenever I
real.
want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what Be Real was like. There's 12 Be Reals a day. You're like, what? Like,
Post when it's
so just
convenient and
always
cool
taking
for you.
pictures of yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're seeing like the world move towards that though. Like
Mm-hmm.
the whole, like there's a lot of trend people you'll see and they'll be like, people want to see boring, people want to see authentic. Influencer culture is dying like heavy.
Yeah.
Like people are over it.
Yeah.
Also
Is it
like
really?
We're
Yeah.
seeing, we're
It's-
seing.
What does that mean?
I was
Like,
never. I
people
think
aren't clicking on
Yeah.
links to buy. People are sick
yeah.
of Build a Bitch. Like every girl on every billboard looks
True,
sorry.
like I
Looks
just read this
exactly the
fat
same.
article about how many like basically like small it just in this last year the algorithm changed, and so you're seeing a lot of small businesses that were like in the like 100 to like 400K followers, like who were printing cash, make under like 40K, because now people are like, we're not spending money on you
Yeah.
like to advertise because your people won't click on an ad.
Yeah.
So
like
now
yeah.
it's just bottoming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Well-
it's people not only don't believe influencers anymore.
Yeah.
Like people, it's like I can see someone and be like, oh, that's really cool. Like she looks great. Not gonna buy any of it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go on your like to know it. I'm not gonna go on your like shopping list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like
do you think it's because they're like,
oversaturated.
come and try the best new little restaurant?
Yeah.
in West Village.
I mean,
it's
You
the
won't-
thing
you
about,
won't-
like-
we got the butter chicken and the garlic naan.
People are
like,
selling products strictly off a brand. Why are there 700 chili oils? And why is Rachel from fucking Milwaukee selling chili oil?
Everyone
Like-
is an influencer now. I think that's why. 'Cause,
Wait,
like,
so that just like
Well, 'cause, like,
dissipated. I never like followed a single one of these.
but there would be people who
People, I
you
mean, I
knew
don't
of,
know.
like
Yeah.
that. What's that guy? The one who gives away money all the time, like
Mr. Beast.
Mr.
yeah.
Beast. No, the other one. The
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
the the other one. Like there's all those people like
Chexy or something.
yeah, like or Blogilates or like
Yeah,
all those
Blogger.
people who like came
Right.
up in like 2014,
Mm-hmm.
2015. People still remember their names because like when they came out, they were the first. Even Jenna Marbles was like the
Ooh, right.
first one. Of
Oh my
the
God,
first,
Jenna Marbles!
one of the first few people to do it. But now, like literally, your friend who has like 3,000 followers, like is posting like this is like my like to know it like on like on Instagram. Like
Yeah.
you can literally tag everything you're wearing in every photo,
Oh yeah.
and someone can click it and be like, I want to shop your like to know it.
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Like so if everyone's an influencer, no one's getting influenced.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's just like I would rather just not.
So what? We go back to reading books, or
I am finally going to pay off. I haven't been able to go to the library in 3 or 4 years because I lost a couple books during COVID, and it turns out that they care. So, but
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna go and pay the $80 because like that's another thing with convenience. I love books. I'm a big reader, but I'm like, I love a physical book. Even though I can download that same book to my phone, I don't have a Kindle anymore, but I'm like, even when I had a Kindle, I'm like, I still just want the book. I love the little libraries. I love being able to like read the book, put the book back, and then read it again a few years later. And it's like, I don't know, like it's not.
I think there's such a like connection to the world around you that happens that goes away as soon as things become you're just clicking to order something.
Yeah.
So like I think that real world, like you feel like a person. You're
Yeah,
like,
when I'm
I'm a
reading the
real
book.
like I wrote letters to some of my friends who went on this like Mexico trip with me. And it was so I was like, wow, this is like what am I from olden times? Like it felt crazy.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have one sister who every time we see each other, she like will slip a letter, like a little note. It's like she'll like either just like draw something or like thanks for like hosting me or like had fun. It's like literally like one page in a drawing. It's like whatever. I have all of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have so many.
Yeah.
I have all the
Right.
letters I've
But do you have
ever
all
gotten.
the DMs you've gotten?
No,
You
I
know?
don't have any of the DMs, I don't have any of the texts. Like, I mean, I
Yeah.
keep them all, but I'm just like, I literally, even though it's like the most mundane, like, thanks for hosting, like, da-da-da, blah, blah, and a drawing of us. I'm like, I cherish those. I don't even open them when she leaves. Sometimes I like wait till I'm having a bad day to open
I think
it.
things are inherently more meaningful when you know it wasn't easy.
Effort. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
like-
and it's like,
That's
why?
what we talked about.
Yeah. It's like, why are people still buying vinyl? You know, we want to like earn the things
Yeah.
that we get. Like, and even if it's small, like flipping a vinyl is not hard.
Or like,
But it's like-
the like people are going back to like film photos and like
Yeah.
digicams and like
Like
The
instant.
Polaroid.
Yeah.
The Polaroid.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
of course, part of it is just the aesthetic. People like the aesthetic, but it's like I love having a picture that I can put on my fridge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tactile stuff is nice, but still, like nobody's writing out like handwritten invitations to their barbecue or whatever.
But if someone did,
everyone added on Partiful, like here's a picture.
If
Those
I
moms
got
in
a-
Texas are, I
if
promise you that.
If I got a
Said
handwritten,
those moms in Texas are.
if I
Yeah,
got a handwritten party invite, I would care so much more
Yeah,
than
yeah.
my
Yeah.
like I would
I mean,
literally be like,
yeah.
I'm there.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to go. They wrote me a letter.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Like,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
I'm reading this book of this correspondence between Elizabeth Bishop and Robert Lowell, these two poets, and they meet at a dinner party in the late 40s and fall in love. But she's a decade older. She's a closeted lesbian. He's married. He
Oh,
lives like
damn.
they're like he's in and out. But
yeah.
they write each other. They write each other the next 30 years.
Wow.
Jesus
And it's their entire correspondence. But it's one of those things where you're like, man, this is so, what a different weight. Because they only see each other like a handful of times over the next 30 years. And so it's one of those weird things where you're like, and it's like, it's weird because you're seeing the things where they like write each other a couple times over a few months because they still haven't gotten the other person's
Yeah.
letter.
Oh yeah.
And so it's just such a weird, like crisscross,
Yeah.
like contact with reality of like another person that's so distant now because like of like texting and email is so violently convenient that
can
you're
be in,
like
12 different conversations.
it
across
doesn't
12
matter
different apps.
like
Yeah.
it's like mindless.
Well, this is what we lose is like these types of relationships, whether it's like a pen pal or, you know, I know the woman who runs the flower shop down our street. Like, and all we do is say, hey, but like that's one kind of relationship. And we have these like wonderful sort of like different types of ways we communicate with people in our lives. And a lot of it's like tactile or in person or whatever. And if it's just all online, I feel like we lose
Yeah.
so much.
Well, you would have not met the online people. But it's always fun. Like, have you seen one of the video compilations of like online video game buddies meeting? in
Yeah,
real
yeah,
life
yeah.
for the
Oh,
first time,
God,
they just like run at each other and like
Yeah,
start
yeah,
jumping
yeah.
up and down.
And
It's
that's
like,
legit too.
because-
Like,
yeah,
I
but it-
met Ashlyn on Hinge, like,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
trade that for anything, you know.
That's crazy.
But it's,
Yeah.
but we always talk about we're like we met through an algorithm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah,
I mean.
yeah.
Like, that's why
But
I
it's
think
real.
that our
AI puts you
conversation-
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the conversation we're having is different than the parents being curmudgeonly. 'Cause I'm like, I'm not saying I'm on the apps. I don't do well on the apps because I don't text back. But like I'm trying both. I'm trying to meet people in person. I'm
Right.
trying to set a house on fire so I can get a firefighter. I'm on the apps, like I'm like doing on every avenue. But it's like, yeah, like there is so much that, you know, convenience has gotten us, like time, like the apps, like all of this stuff. But it's like I keep thinking, like, if someone gave me a handwritten party invitation, I literally, like, even when I get a Christmas card, I'm like, oh my God, you thought of me. You
Yeah.
mailed it to the post office, you mailed this out.
Yeah,
I wrote
Like-
my friends a book and they didn't even read it.
Oh, those bastards.
yeah. Not true.
But
For the record, not
think
true.
about like getting an emailed Christmas card where you're like, oh, cute. And then getting a Christmas card, like the ones that you get in the mail.
Mhm.
Like I have Christmas cards from years
Yeah.
ago
yeah.
on my fridge.
Put them up on
Yeah.
the fridge.
I think there's also something to be said about the plague of like trying to be cool, feeding into this like
Yeah.
convenience thing. Like effort is considered not
Oh,
cool,
yes,
and so
yes.
people want convenience because like I think like also people will be like, oh look, they became famous overnight. And it's like, no, they fucking didn't. Like Olivia Dean just won Best New Artist, right? Wasn't it her or something?
Sure.
And like that girl's been working for 15 years. Or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
these people aren't like new, but I think the plague of being cool is also what like pushes us towards convenience. But I
Yeah.
think people are moving away from that now, like
Yeah,
a little
people
bit.
are also scared. I think if you wrote like a handwritten letter, just they'd be like, "This fucking guy wrote a handwritten
Yeah.
letter to
Yeah.
his barbecue." You know what I mean? You're worried that that'll happen. Too.
Yeah.
You're like, damn, I just put a lot of. You know, if I send out a party full invite and they just go like whatever and blow it off, you put no
Yeah.
effort into it. But if you write a huge missive with handmade
Yeah.
drawings and send it, and then they're like, "Look at this fucking guy." You
No,
know,
that's the
Like the
Awesome.
fear of
Then that's
rejection is
more-
keeping us
yeah,
from
yeah.
so
Totally,
much.
totally.
Yeah.
And I think it's like fear of rejection, fear of like being embarrassing.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
being earnest. Like
Yeah.
being earnest
Yeah.
is not cool, but I'm like, that's one of the things that I'm like really hoping to do more of this year. Cause like I feel like I'm enthusiastic about so many things, but I'm like, I know that I get over enthusiastic. Like I did a murder mystery dinner party for my birthday. And even when I was like sending it to people, I was just like, if you're free, like don't worry. It's
I
like,
know,
not that,
I
it's like
know.
not that big
Yeah.
a deal.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do
Even
have
when
to
I was
No
writing the letters, I was like,
pressure.
is this the gayest thing I've ever done?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
should,
do
I was
more.
like, should I
Yeah.
give this to them?
Yeah.
yeah.
I
100%.
do need to
2076
know
would
if
be
you're
the gayest year yet.
It's a seated dinner, so I do need to
Yeah.
know if you're coming. But no stress, don't worry. Like it's no
Yeah.
big deal. But if you can come, I would love to.
I
But
know.
it's like that Dr. Seuss book that's like when you meet someone who's the same weird, like someone weird meets someone weird, and when you're the same kind of weird, that's what we call love. Like we're we're losing that. Like
Yeah.
people, that's kind of my thing with dating apps too. Is like you don't get to see someone's weird if you like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and even if you do, it's like I don't know, whatever. But like I just think we're losing like the. But it is hard to be like, who gives a fuck when everything's on
Yeah.
broadcast.
It is definitely like you know, a mature sign that if you're like writing your hand invite to the barbecue, if you're just like, I don't care if they throw it away right away, like it's cool, I did this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It brought me joy just doing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I'm sort of indifferent. They're like, oh, this guy did this. I'm like, it's cool as hell. I
I
don't
bet
care
all your
about what
friends
you.
It should be
think.
for the sake of
Yeah.
yourself, like
I
what
don't know, I
brings
hope
you
so.
Yeah,
happy.
yeah.
I don't
And
know.
you
I
also
think
think it'll
heated
bring them
rivalry
some
is
too,
a
you know,
signal that in 2026, feminine and like being gay, like not necessarily sexually, but like those like it seems like people are, especially women, maybe are like truly like dying for this like emotional like
I
this
think
is
men-
weird.
Uh-huh.
I think men are too,
I
but
think
they're
men
too
are
afraid to admit
no,
it.
I
agree.
think men suffer way more from like convenience in relationships
because they're
it's-
too afraid to say it.
But it's like all that stuff. Like you see the memes of like asking questions that my girlfriend would want the answers to after a breakup. Like I think male friendships, like guys are always like, oh, male friendships are so much easier because there's no drama. I'm like, yeah, because just because it's easy doesn't mean it's like.
Well, whenever someone says no drama, I'm like so sus.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, so
So
you guys
sus.
never talked about anything? You never
We've been
fought?
dating
Like,
for 6 years and we've
Yeah.
never fought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so
what
like,
do
that's
you
the
speak?
thing. Like
Just
all
sweep
the-
everything
all
under the rug. That won't
All the
explode one
videos
day.
are like the video, like the guy will be like, oh, like
Divorce
like,
indicator.
People will be like, oh, like Jenny and Michael broke up, and the girlfriend's like, why? And the guy's like, I don't know, I didn't ask.
yeah.
I'm like, that's a pretty important question to like
Yeah, yeah.
ask your friend. I know it's
Yeah.
earnest, I know it's taking effort, but like all of that stuff, like where it's just like,
It's probably
why
won't
did they
take-
break up?
Yeah.
When did they?
It
start
also
dating?
shows
Like,
you care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't take the anti-gossip slander.
Okay, I'm
Gossip is good for society.
Amen.
Some of those are
Let's-
like.
I disagree.
Yeah.
Because gossip is just sharing information. Gossip's bad
Yeah.
if it's a lie. Libel and slander
Yeah, yeah,
is
yeah.
illegal for a reason. But if
I
it's
know,
the
but I feel like
transfer of
every time I
information,
hear gossiping or it's near me,
Yeah.
I'm hearing a lot of lies.
Yeah.
so then that's
Yeah.
like your circle.
Well, I stay out of it. I go,
Like,
I don't need it.
I don't.
I mean, it's pretty just don't don't say anything about people you wouldn't say to their face. It's kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I have a
Number
weird
one rule.
I have a
But
weird
that's not what
paranoia
gossip
thing because I'm from a small town and I went to a high school with a graduating class of like 40. So like I'm hyper paranoid of like anytime I say something, I'm going to assume you're going to go tell them exactly what I just said.
I'm prepared
Yeah,
for it to be
I'm
on the
like,
top of the
so
newspaper.
I gossip like a politician. Now I don't know where this came from. This is just what I've heard. I'm relaying this information. But I would obviously I did hear that she cheated on him. I don't know if she did, and I don't know what the status of the relationship is. It could have been an open relationship. It could,
never know.
Allegedly,
Yeah.
there's information has come across.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
The best word.
I just want you to know because
Mayhaps.
it is something that is public information at this point. There are several parties that know, and I wanted you to hear from me versus that. But if you know, like you didn't hear from me.
Yeah.
But again, like that removes friendship and human connection. If I find out that like my friend knew something about a man that I was about to start seeing and didn't tell me, like not only
I'm not
like
gossip.
but-
Girl,
but
I'm talking
I
about
mean,
real
but
gossip.
some
I'm talking
people
about-
but some people consider that gossip. Some people are
Oh.
like, well, it's not my place, and it's like, okay, well, you just let me fucking walk into a
No,
goddamn
yeah.
trap.
I was
like
talking about
we're not
frivolous
friends
stuff.
anymore.
I think that's just like in like inherent like scaredness of like real intimacy.
Yeah.
And upsetting someone, but
Yeah.
it's like it's okay to upset the people you're close with.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes, 'cause
because that
you're
means
like,
you're
that's
getting
how-
at
yeah.
something.
Yeah, I thought we was talking about like frivolous gossip, like doesn't involve us at all.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
like
fun.
so and so.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's where I get like a
Yeah,
politician.
Yeah, yeah. If you don't
Like-
know the people,
Oh, and I mean like people,
Come
people
on.
you know, like
Oh.
like the
even better.
yeah, people who know, like that's like
Even
super
more
gossip.
fun.
Like, oh, so and so like at the bar yesterday, yes, so and so got punched in the face. So that's gossip.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I know something about someone that you're about to date, that's not gossip, girl. I'm
But
just
all
That's
this stuff
information,
feeds into
yeah.
each other. Like
Information.
all of it snowballs, right? Like it's
Yeah.
about convenience. It's about human connection. It's about like all of these things are interconnected. Where if they all affect one another. It's a domino effect.
Yeah.
I think just like I think acknowledging that connection is never going to be convenient does a huge takes a huge bulk of the load of the concern off. Like I think if we can all sit here and be like, yeah, connecting is hard, like I think the danger is like people who like don't realize what you're losing. Like
It's the Miley Cyrus song.
Yeah.
It's the climb.
Yeah. there's gonna be another mountain.
I
Oh,
mean,
it's going
yeah,
on.
I think with the convenience thing, the small interactions are like the ones Tucker's talking about with the florist down the street, where it's just like hey, how you doing? Like just people in the neighborhood,
Yeah.
Or the
like you don't
museum
know who your
tour guide.
baker is, or your butcher,
Yeah.
or your mailman, or like those, because like those are the type of conveniences we're talking about. We're like, oh, I can just get my groceries like delivered, and I can just
And then
like,
you don't
those
even
small
answer
interactions
the
are
door
going away.
anymore. The fact that
Yeah.
they're like, you
Yeah.
want it, or what
Oh,
even
That's so scary.
you
Yeah,
get
yeah.
an Uber and they're like silent mode. I'm
But,
like,
yeah.
oh my god.
And
You're
I
like,
think,
I can't wait to see this photo of the guy in front of my place.
yeah, I think a
then
lot of
see him.
people. I think a lot of people don't care about losing those interactions. You're like, I don't care about saying hi to the delivery guy.
But
like,
you-
Well,
Plot
that
twist,
that
those
can't
interactions do lead to convenience because
Yeah.
once you know the baker, they're like, here, take 2 loaves. Remember you're
Yeah,
having that
yeah.
party.
Well,
But,
that's
like,
to a real connection, not even just convenience.
yeah, but like
Yeah.
that does like it is kind of again, I think everything is circular, which is probably a little bit heady, but whatever. Like by not having that convenience, you can end up having convenience because there is something that comes out of that like knowing someone.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
it's
You
like
made a deeper
moments of
connection, which is better,
serendipity
yeah.
that
Yeah.
you just like close yourself off to,
Yeah,
where you're
and-
like, now I'll never like.
There's
I think about like it's so weird, like even in business and like interpersonally, there's so many weird, fruitful, giant moments of my life
Yeah.
that have changed because of like a stranger or like being at the right place at the right time.
yeah.
And it's like if I just stayed home that night, that
Yeah.
would have never happened.
Yeah.
Or like even think of like what going back to like the whole like we used to be like cultures used to be like society wide. Like there were things that would happen when everyone was watching the same thing at the same time. And I'm not saying we need to go back to that because I do love having a variety. I love having stuff that is, you know, more diverse, more intimate, more da. But I'm like when we were all on the plane watching the same movie at the same time, like you're watching the same movie with the movie person next to you. Like you might talk to that person. It's like, oh, like, oh, I do
Yeah.
this or I do that. I get on the plane and I'm immediately headphones in.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I hate getting caught in a conversation on a plane.
I love
loathe
it. I love it.
there's people also like there's some like weird I don't know trend towards like socialness. Basically there was like, oh thank God, like, you know, like if the Uber driver doesn't say a word to me 5 stars automatically, like what an
That's
amazing,
But also, I think people
blissful
think that's
experience
cool.
I had because I didn't
Yeah.
speak with. Yeah, like they're like, isn't that the best thing ever? And it's like, we get it, introverts, like have your moment here or whatever. But like it's like a little much
saw
now. Where
this-
you're like, there's nothing worse than having to say
Yeah.
thank you to the pizza guy when he drops it out. It's like, it's not that big a deal. Take a deep breath.
Like I acknowledge that this is a room of extroverts, but I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, like I'm just like, there is, because it's also like the thing that I get scared of sometimes is there are so many like little jobs and little careers, not little like in like diminutive, but like niche careers and niche jobs. Like I saw that commercial with the museum tour guide and the way it was framed, like this is so convenient, this is so great. I'm like, they're gonna get rid of like they're like, like they're gonna get rid of tour guides.
Most museum tour guides, though, or the ones that are hired by the museum, are in fact volunteers. That's why they're old.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm just like, they're not going to be necessary anymore. Like,
But
there's
they'll
not-
let them come.
they'll let them come, but I'm just like, it's like, but I know that, like, like I know,
Yeah.
I know to ask the old person, but I'm just like, I feel like if I was like a 6th grader, I wouldn't even know that there was a person whose job it was to like show me the museum. I'm gonna be like, I'm taking the guided tour, like.
But I
da-da-da.
feel like when we were in 6th grade, they still gave us those headphones and those little like Walkman CD
yeah, but there
ROMs
was
to
still
walk
like
around.
there was still a person there to like answer questions
Yeah.
and stuff because like when we were younger, it was a recording. You don't really need the record. It's not a
Yeah.
recording anymore. It is a tour guide.
I guess I
It's
don't
like-
remember what the commercial is that you're talking about.
Oh no, it's just like it was a random one I saw, but it's like basically
new
like
one.
it's like Google, can you tell me like what exhibits to go to? Like I only have an hour, and then can you explain the exhibits? I'm like, yeah, but maybe if you had gone to like the person and been like, hey, like I'm interested in this, and that, like
yeah.
just those interactions,
Yeah.
like people learn, especially like in philosophy and like history and like the arts, like the things that aren't science. You learn so much by talking to people.
Yeah,
And
I think that's so much of learning is just like
Communication.
engaging in like thoughtful conversation.
'Cause, like if,
Or
And it's
seeing
like
what you
that's the
feel
way you
drawn
really
towards.
see like
Yeah.
how your brain works and like wrap your head around
And
things.
it's fun.
It's
so
fun.
fun.
You feel so much better after if you have an interaction like that than
That's
if
awesome.
Gemini
Yeah.
just
yeah,
tells
Yeah.
you.
Gemini commercial.
Like, yeah,
But
yeah.
like that's the other thing, like AI pulls from like thousands and thousands and millions of like human experiences that have been documented and stuff. But I'm like, if people stop having the human experiences, there's gonna be a point where AI is not gonna have new shit to pull from.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, well, and that's a documented. They've talked about this where they're like, eventually it's just going to be feeding into itself,
yeah, yeah.
and it's
where
going to reach like a
making new stuff.
plateau.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
I also think like back to the museum thing, like the great thing about walking around museums, right, is like certain art people feel called to. Why? Who the fuck knows?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
then you're standing next to someone who also for some reason is like obsessed with this painting, but Jack could walk by and be like, I fucking hate that painting.
Yeah.
yeah,
So like there is something to the like wandering, like kind
Yeah.
of like the like walking. Like we all
Yeah,
have these
yeah,
cars now. We
yeah.
don't have walkable cities. Like then you get to see something, or even going to the grocery store. Like oh, that's a new brand of
yes,
whatever. you
I
know?
know. I'm gonna pull up this Kurt Vonnegut quote. I
Yeah.
said it a couple weeks ago.
We
but
say it every
is
week, but
So
you'll know you
good
love
though.
it.
Do you have kids?
There's
No,
Oh,
there's
not a.
that's
Yeah,
tough.
Cal Poly.
Oh yeah, that's
You
funny.
Cal Poly.
The hat, yeah.
What?
I was like, huh?
and bring
Okay.
him out.
You've been hiding in the closet the whole
yeah.
time.
no, but yeah, it is. It's
In the-
So author Kurt Vonnegut, I'm telling his wife he's going to buy an envelope. Oh, she
Oh.
says, well, you're not a poor man, you know. Why don't you go online and buy 100 envelopes and put them in the closet? And so I pretend not to hear her, and I go out to get an envelope because I'm going to have a hell of a good time in the process of buying one envelope. I meet a lot of people. I see some great looking babies, and a fire engine goes by, and I give them a thumbs up. And I'll ask a woman what kind of dog that is. And I don't know. The moral of the story is we're here on Earth to fart around. And of course, the computers will do us out of that. And what the computer doesn't realize or they don't care is that we're dancing animals, you know. We love to move around, and it's not like we're supposed to dance anymore.
that's insanely on point.
Banger,
That is
banger.
insane.
I mean, that
I've never heard
answers
that
the
one.
question.
Yeah, that-
well,
the
I don't know if it
convenience
answers
factor,
it,
yeah.
but it.
I think
puts a
that's
bow on it,
that's a
yeah.
big, great fucking lens to it. Cause yeah, like the whole sometimes I just like getting like, you know, like waking up on a Sunday, taking a shower, eating a breakfast, and then running errands. Like it's
Yeah.
fucking stupid because not all the time. Sometimes I'm like, I don't want to
Yeah.
fucking go to the grocery store.
mhm.
But like I literally today like got off like work a little early and I went to Trader Joe's. It was fucking packed. I was like, everyone get the fuck out. But I'm just like, I was having a blast. I was like literally in there. Like I was like, I got a bruschetta like sample. Like
Ugh.
I was talking to people. I was like, I love your hat. They're like, I like your hair. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
All this stuff. I had a great time until I had to pay. Then I came out. And I'm like loading my shit in. I got flowers because I was like having such a good day. I'm like,
Yeah.
get flowers.
Yeah.
And it's just like I definitely number one. I didn't know that I like bruschetta or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Wouldn't if I was like door dashing my
You would have
groceries.
had no,
Yeah.
never try anything new. You
Mhm.
wouldn't see what they
Yeah.
have in there seasonally or anything.
Yeah. And I think people are going to be driven to that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm worried about the future, but also like if I just sit here and say it's going to be terrible, then
Yeah.
I'm
I don't
just
think
I
gonna
it's
think
be
the
terrible.
kids are fine.
Yeah.
I worry about.
We go back
Kids.
to like we remember stuff like that. If they never have that experience, they're not gonna be like, let's go back to when.
But you're
da-da-da-da."
even seeing parents being like, we're like a lot of, I guess, what would they be called? Like younger millennial parents or like
Yeah.
Gen X parents that are being like, no, you're not going to be a fucking iPad kid.
Yeah,
Like people are now aware. So it's shifting
yeah.
back.
They
like,
all knew it, but then they like didn't have the like support thing. to
Yeah,
be like,
the facts and
let's
the
all-
data,
let's
like
Yeah.
what's
all-
rotting their brains
Yeah,
out.
but
Let's
also-
all wait till they're in 8th grade to give them phones. But
Yeah.
because like then whatever, so and so got one in 3rd grade, and then everyone else.
Yeah, so like that's
has
my
one,
like my
yeah.
god kids, like it's a 12-year-old and an 8-year-old, and like the parents are like really struggling with that because like they're older parents, so like they're even less inclined to want to give the kid a phone.
Yeah.
But it's also just I think parents like really suffered because of COVID. Like it's so easy to be like, oh yeah, don't put the kids on screens, but then all of a sudden like the kid had to be on screen 8 hours a day.
We
Like,
have a
Yeah,
caller
yeah.
calling in.
ooh.
Oh, okay.
Hey, this is long time no see. May I ask who I'm speaking with?
Yeah, it's me. It's Wes. It's other Wes.
Otherwise.
Hey, what's up, Brother Wes? How you doing?
got some
I'm
competition.
good. How are you guys?
We're awesome. We'd love to hear what your thoughts are on this week's question.
Okay, so yeah, long time viewer. I call in every week.
Loyal listener. Loyal.
No, man, convenience is interesting, right? Because I think the biggest thing for me, and it's something like I'm 37 now, and even in college, when I would like take the fullest advantage of convenience, I also just found it to be bullshit because at one point in time, like you actually had to schedule your life. You had to work to make sure that you could fulfill all your needs on a daily basis. Like the grocery store would close at 7 o'clock, right? And like everything would. And so like now we literally don't have to think or make choices based on when, how, or we're going to, or where or what. Like we're going to take all the things we need to survive just on a very minor level. We don't have to think about those things. And in the process of that, we've also lost like the connection of like families used to have family dinners because like what else would you do? Like everything was closed. Like the only things that were open were like gas stations, and it was for just like getting gas, and even those closed, right? So you had to like schedule your life, which gave you a lot of time to enjoy and do things like that weren't work related. But it also made you work really hard at trying to figure out like what your daily routine would be because, oh shit, like if we don't have something from the grocery store that we need, I need to make sure that I have to stop on the way home and get it. I have to get off work by this time. Like it just seems to me that if we're talking about the things we've given up in the name of convenience, it's literally like our own freedom in a way, because now like people have to work at these places. They have to keep them established. We have to go and buy things at these places at these times, like to keep them up and running. I mean, it's just we have more choice and we have the illusion of more freedom. But as far as personal freedom goes, like we've lost like all our time at night, all our time to ourselves. We have to work long hours. We have to work weird shifts. Like it's just very strange. So that's what I think.
Do you think it's just because I'm thinking back to like the shared reality thing? I think it's just like everyone's now on such different schedules constantly that
Right.
like it feels impossible to like make time for each other. And so now because your free time comes at weird times constantly, that you're like, okay, well, in order for me to maximize this, I need everything to be so violently convenient.
Right. Well, and it makes no sense because everything's violently convenient. So, right, like, so we should be able to spend more time together
Yeah.
because we can do something all the time, right? Like, it doesn't matter, like, what time it is. You guys could finish this you could take a nap and we could find something to do, right? But it's like there are people that are like having to work there. You know what I mean? Like it just makes no sense. It's like there's always going to be sacrifice, and the sacrifice is like it feels like we're gaining more freedom, but we are actually sacrificing like ultimate freedom and ultimate choice, and making sure that like everybody has what they want and need at all times. You know. So, anyways, that's what I think.
Well, we appreciate you calling in, Wes.
Thanks.
We'll see you
Wes.
next week.
Yeah.
Happy Monday. Bye.
That's
I think the prep thing, like that goes back to like what we were talking about at the beginning, because he's right. It's like you literally used to have to be like, oh, I need to get this from the grocery store on my way home. Like, so you would look in your like, I'm telling you, like the amount of things that I've ordered, like knowing that like, you know, like, or ordered like super late, because I know that Amazon has like next day delivery or Prime. And when it doesn't happen, I'm like, how the fuck could I not have a dress for this event that I knew about 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
So it's like, my brain doesn't really forward think for things that I have an app for.
Well, it's crazy that, I mean, we've talked about it a bunch of times, but like as soon as you remove the convenience, it's crazy how like useless we like immediately become. And it was a problem like when GPS was like first invented, it was for the military. Like, and so like everyone got it in their Humvees and like knew exactly where they're going at all times. But then as soon as it shut down, they had to like start reading maps again and stuff.
Oh God!
And they
You're in the middle of war reading a map?
Exactly, yeah. And they didn't know, like they were useless without it, like, you know, because they were so used to always like having, you know, the thing. Another point I was gonna make was like I was sort of like hinting towards it with the, but like people got like there was this weird like self care, like was disguised a self-care thing of like you do what's best for you. Don't go to your niece's dance recital. Like if you need to rest, just rest. Like, and it was being like proposed as some like awesome thing to do for yourself.
Hated that.
And what it really was like another convenient thing. It's like,
Back to the
blow
villager
up
thing.
all of your friends' things and like you take care of yourself, King. Like it was like so not virtuous to me, and it was such a weird like.
Well, no,
it's died down a little bit, I think, but like that was totally a thing for a while. When that was the biggest version of self care, was to like just do
nothing.
Was to be super selfish, or like what it was like.
People took it too far because it was like the message when it started was great. Like don't be a people pleaser. Don't overextend yourself. Put your life.
For the people you care about, you should.
Put your like your air mask on first, but it's like. You then have to do the next step and put the other air mask on. If you're just like you're like, oh, I can't go. Like it got really taken advantage of, and I think that's why there's so much pushback on the villager thing. Like, I think the fires for like LA was a really good example of like what the reality still can be. Like I was like actually like shocked at how much like LA came together and all that stuff, because like people were like, I'm gonna drop this off at this fire station. I'm doing this clothing
then
drive.
They did too much of it. They were like, enough.
They're like, enough with the clothes. Well, even like that, like people like were like, oh, okay, like enough. I was like asking volunteer sentence, so I was like, is that designer? Like they're like, yeah, if anyone's affected by the fire. So I was like, no, my house didn't burn down. I was affected. I lost power for like a half hour. I can't get none of it.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I think like people are still capable of it. Like when it comes down to it, but it's definitely not the same.
There's a quote that says like love is consideration. And it's like considering the fact that like how is this going to affect someone? So it's like not going to a recital, or like even like I feel like when you first start dating somebody, you start doing like really mundane things together. You're like, let's go to the grocery store together. And it's like you might not want to go, but you're like, I want to spend time with you. Like it's the consideration of like I'm doing this not necessarily because I want to do the action of it, but because I want to be with you, or like whether that's your siblings or like your parents or like, you know, like I don't know.
I love an errand date. Yeah. Oh God, I love road dogging.
Wes is so good about doing friend pickups and drop-offs at LAX.
Yes.
Honestly,
oh God,
so admirable.
It's actually,
You're
okay, I need to
hero.
put my mask on first. Fuck off.
Let me tell you a story about.
All I do is I'm like,
it's like don't air that.
I help people move and I pick them up from
No.
It's insane.
If you get
and
the
I've never
you have a big car.
I've never gotten picked up. No, I've never gotten picked up from the airport in my life, and nobody has ever helped me move. Like,
So the other day,
moved 10 times. In, like,
I'll pick you up from the airport. I know myself.
The
I
other
might get
day,
to Enterprise and I'll pick you up.
the other day, I asked Wes, "Do you have a saw?" because we got a Christmas tree and it had a plastic stand on it, and you can't throw it on the side of the street because they compost the tree, but the plastic stand was like nailed in. So I'm like, can I borrow a saw? And they like forgot to bring it to a thing, no big deal. And then 4 hours later, our tree is just cut. He came by, sawed it, didn't say anything. Well, he texted us like, hey, peace. But like, that's the kind of thing that I think people crave. It's like, oh, people who actually care about you.
Well, just
are
like
gonna, show
friendship,
up.
relationships, it's inconvenient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is inherently inconvenient.
But it's
You're
rewarding.
like, because it's not your life. So
Yeah.
you're like, we're doing something for someone else. And you're like,
Yeah.
yes, that's
But it's
what
like-
it means.
It's like I had my friend's birthday. We did a seafood boil because she just like had mentioned she's just like, I really want a seafood boil. When I tell you, there's no meal that you can make in a home that is more inconvenient than a
Yeah,
seafood boil.
yeah.
Even
That
getting
is
the
a
damn
massive-
seafood, I was
yeah.
just like, the fuck is crap $80 for?
Yeah.
Like, but the entire birthday, the activity was the cooking. Like,
Yeah,
people were like mincing garlic, people were making like
Ugh, that's
doing
the
all this
best.
stuff. Like,
Yeah.
and I was literally, it was one of the nights that we were like, this is the 90s night. We're like, this is a 90s night.
Yeah.
Because it just felt so like, one thing that I've always said is like, if I could try and time travel for any moment, obviously I'm not going past before 1960. But I'm like, I would love to do a summer
Why
in
not?
the 80s. And just, do I have to be me? But otherwise, a lot of times. But like, I would love to do a summer in the 80s as a groupie. Like, but as like a king groupie, like not like the regular groupies.
As like Penny Lane.
Yeah, Penny Lane. Like, because I swear, like the way people could, like, there was no phones, but there's still technology, so there's photos and stuff. But like that connection that people
I
had.
need it to be documented if I'm going to do it.
Yeah. I'm like, I want pictures, but I don't know. I feel like that connection, like the rare times that you get it, I can't think of a single time that a connection has been like effortless, like has been like ease, like not that it's hard, but like even when you have those days where you're just hanging out with your friends, like and you guys are just like couch rotting together, or whatever, like someone still had to like come over to someone's house, or like you guys still like
But what if you were roommates?
and they were roommates.
The-
Oh, you mean like real roommates? Oh,
Yeah.
Greg says if you ever need a ride to the airport, that holler at him.
Oh, Subpar Johnson said that?
Yeah.
This does not relate to convenience, but I think the point you made about doing mundane things and dating is actually like a sort of like
Level of intimacy.
almost
yes.
almost like meeting the parents or something. Like
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
oh, now we can do nothing together. Because for a while you're like,
You have to
just both
entertain
sit
each
here and
other
read
the
a
whole
book
time. Yeah.
in the same room or whatever.
Yeah.
You're like, you're gonna go on a
day
fun.
3 and
We're
you're
going,
like,
yeah, you're going on super fun dates, and you're
I
eating.
had a
and
guy take
drinking
me to
and
Home
whatever.
Depot on like a third hot. I was just like, ah.
You
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that?
What? How early is too early to go to Home Depot? Is
Not-
first
No,
date?
that
You should do that on
an
the first
activity though.
Second
That's
or
not
third.
mundane.
Yeah,
If
that's
you
not.
Okay, what would
already-
be mundane? What would
like
be
like
mundane?
both of you reading a book in the same room.
I
like
still
literally
think you can
like
do that because there's something that's
Yeah.
sweet about somebody just being like,
No,
But
I
not
want
on
to be
the
next
first-
to
not
you.
on
I'm
the
saying
first
you
date.
can't be doing
All
that.
right, we
like,
got a
in the
caller
first
coming
couple
in,
months.
folks.
Here we go.
Call from Gigi.
It's my mom.
It's your mom. Awesome. Let's go.
I don't know if she knows what we're talking about.
Well, this will be really exciting to find out. Hi there. Hello?
You.
We're awesome. Happy Monday. You're calling into Long Time No See. We'd love to hear your take.
Wait, what's okay? Wait.
Let's, you gotta tell her what to do.
So we're asking what have we lost thanks to convenience?
That's so complicated.
I know. We've been yapping for like 2 hours.
Yeah. We're trying to
But
figure
we'd
it
love
out.
to hear what your thoughts are.
What have we lost thanks to convenience?
Mm-hmm.
We've lost our own, like our brain. Like nobody has any intuitive new ideas.
See where I get that woo woo shit now.
So now we've really lost a whole lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Listen, we'll take it. We appreciate you calling in.
'Cause yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Mom. Love you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
It's true. Like I guess like
That's
new,
awesome.
new ideas are rare. Like because like I think
She's an Aquarius.
oh that was
Same.
very Aquarius. Oh, but yeah, I think like when you because think about all the inventions that happened because someone was like wondering
Yeah.
like
with the
Well, I
kids,
think you're
the-
just your convenience is the goal for so much. Because
Yeah,
you're like, this
invention.
sucks.
Yeah, yeah.
How do I make this less
easier.
suck?
Yeah. Well, and we sort of skipped a lot of that is good. Like we said with the car starting, we're like none of us are upset that the
Yeah.
car is better now. Yeah. And that basically was people just making it more and more convenient. But I meant to mention earlier when we were talking about the kids thing, the fact that they're never bored, like almost all like a tons of creativity comes to when you're bored.
Yeah.
Like the guy who wrote Aragon.
Yeah. Like
Come on, had all the time in the world.
basically everyone who's ever written
What?
everything was just like
Famously bored.
I'm bored, whatever. Here we go.
He was like 15, and then
Yeah.
this summer just wrote like he wrote the first Aragon book like when he was like 15.
Wes wrote a whole book.
Yeah. It wasn't-
And he
it
was
not
30.
as
Where
good.
is this book that we've been talking
Oh,
about?
it's great. Is there?
It's
It's
a
right there.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we got a
Wait,
copy.
really?
Yeah.
But we'll
it's
read
a
it.
fan
We'll read
fiction
it.
Harry Potter with our
No.
friend Rick.
What?
Yeah.
You write fan fiction?
No. It wasn't.
Yes, he did.
I did it.
I can't believe you just said no.
We don't have to get into
No, it's an original.
Okay, but I do think convenience is somewhat good after you have the thought, especially if you're like in a less privileged area, because it like levels the playing field. Like,
Totally.
that is the one good thing about ChatGPT, God forbid,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
there's
yeah.
people who can't afford a lawyer or can't afford someone to like help them
Or you
work
just
out
have
these
shitty
things.
access to education
Yeah.
or like resource. Like it's unbelievable how awesome technology and
Oh, yeah,
convenience
God.
can be. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, I couldn't even when I'm like I want one summer. When I say one summer,
Jeffrey
I'm like,
Dahmer famously bored.
But is that?
I mean, it was an original thought.
Yeah. Is that maybe what people are afraid of? Is if your life is going well, and there's this thing that's like, I'm gonna change everything. If your life is going well, you're gonna be like, no, like let's just keep it.
But change
Going.
is the only. I think that's how you reach true nirvana, which I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if that's the right. Whatever, is like being comfortable with change.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
even if you're super happy, someone fucking dies, or you lose your
Yeah.
job, or something happens. Like the more comfortable, like if you were just talking about like going to the store and having fun, and then you back out of the parking lot and you get in a car wreck, and being like, oh whatever. Like, you know, like you're like, oh, someone stole my laptop. Like, fuck it. Like, you got to be able just to, the more that you can roll with those punches, I think is the better.
You want to be
Yeah.
adaptable.
And the
Yeah,
less
yeah,
afraid you
like,
are to be in situations
Yeah.
that aren't convenient. But if
Yeah.
you're so scared of like the people that get real pissed off, like just when one little thing goes wrong, it's like, okay, God, like,
Scary.
Yeah.
You can't handle
you
anything.
can't handle
huh?
anything.
Yeah.
Like, no wonder you're searching for convenience. Like, your mental stability is so fragile.
Yeah.
Get a therapist.
That's always your like.
Sorry, that
Didn't
was
your
mean.
parents tell you this was gonna happen?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
not everything was gonna come up nice.
But I
for
think
you.
people that bad things happen to all the time are the ones who end up being like, well, whatever. You know?
Well, exactly.
yeah.
No, it's proven. It's like when people have like terrible life events that, they tend to have a better outlook.
Dude, I remember
because-
I had
yeah.
there's this kid I knew in college who went blind. Could not have had a better attitude. The kid was awesome. I was like, wow, dude, you got dealt such an insane hand and you
Yeah.
are Mr. Happy-Go-Lucky. You're literally blind now.
Because they don't take things for granted.
Why?
Yeah.
You know?
Some sort of weird degenerative like disease.
Damn.
Happened in like his 20s. It was super crazy.
Did you go blind from like meningitis?
You can go
I don't
blind
know.
if
I
you
don't
jerk
want to
off too
spread
much.
false
Yeah,
information
yeah.
with the answer
Gossip.
there.
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
You heard it here, folks.
He's like tuned in. He's like, that is not the right story.
No, I mean, I think, yeah, I'm not ever gonna say that I don't love convenience. Like, once again, like I mean, there's store, like, there's things that I've needed before that I'm like, I wouldn't even know where to get this. The only place I
Yeah.
know where to get this is like on Amazon, like
Yeah.
for the seafood boil. Like I needed them little crusher thingies,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
little the
Yeah.
crab crackers,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever. $20 on Amazon Prime. When Amazon Prime was saying it wasn't gonna get there in time, I was just like, well, like I guess I have to find it like in real life. And I like
Yeah.
literally Googled like
I just
crab
steal one
boil
from Joe's
stuff.
Crab Shack.
I was about to go get it from Crab Shack, and then they were like, it's gonna be delivered on time. But I'm like, I literally wouldn't even know where to get that. So like, I'm not gonna ever be like,
Question:
Mhm.
Is convenience in the eyes of the beholder? Like, is what you find convenient, not what someone else?
Well, I
Like
mean,
someone
yeah,
who's
yeah.
afraid of driving would probably say that like walking's more convenient, or like someone who's afraid of the trains would say that like driving, like like
I don't feel like they would use the word convenient. They would feel
Yeah.
like more comfortable
Yeah.
than convenient,
I
right?
think, yeah.
If you were scared of something and didn't use it,
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
but-
convenient has like a definition. Like I think,
Yeah.
But like I think it's more convenient to walk sometimes because I don't have to buy gas. I don't gotta
Yeah.
like like I think there are things that like.
Can we look
it
up the word
depends.
for convenient?
Because I think
Wes?
The
I think
Let's pull it up.
because convenient. One of the parts of being convenient
Don't
is
make
being
me spell
efficient.
convenient.
You
right
have
No.
to.
Just Siri. That's
do it
all.
out loud.
It's an AI.
Literally, we start out with how to spell convenient.
But it's like I also
I'm
think
dyslexic. Okay,
Yeah.
don't make fun of somebody who's
Guys,
a
we have you know, I didn't get it.
it's that involving little effort or little trouble or effort.
But
Yeah.
that's like in the eyes of
It's-
someone who's
Yeah,
doing
no,
it.
here's what it says. It says fitting in well with a person's needs, activities, and plans. You're like, I could go walk to the store really quick because I'll get some steps in. I've been wanting to listen to this podcast, so like that makes it convenient for you. But if it was like somebody's like, I'm in a hurry, so it's convenient. I have my car to go to the store, so
Yeah.
I don't have to walk.
Yeah.
So like, there's different scenarios
There's
where, like,
nuance too.
yeah,
I think it's like, and I think it's like both. So like, there's stuff that like Amazon Prime is convenient for us because we're here in America where Amazon
yeah.
Prime is a thing. Like, but again, in New York, not even America, here in LA, in New York, like Amazon Prime is not as convenient for like some of the things that like there's things that like I order on Postmates or Amazon Prime here because like I'm like it's 20-30 minute drive to get it
Yeah.
from over there
Yeah.
versus New York. I'm like it's probably more convenient for me to just go grab it and
Yeah,
stuff.
Is it
Downstairs.
convenient for the driver? Like there's
Yeah.
multiple people involved in situations too that like it's convenient for you because you don't have to leave, but it's not convenient for them.
Well, I think convenient is that the definition he just gave was like your own needs and stuff. So like
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like there's multiple people. Like convenience truly is a subjective, like personal experience.
Yeah, so but I'm saying like something that's convenient for me, like I don't think I would take into account how it affects like other people because it's
Yeah.
like it at the end of the day it's like it's convenient for me because if it's like my needs, I'm like
Yeah.
yeah, it was never gonna be convenient for the driver, motherfucker. You
Yeah.
the one driving.
Yeah,
It is raining out there.
But like all
Yeah.
these things we're saying about society, like oh, it makes like what the kind of the big claim, right? Is like it's making society more convenient, but like everything, kind of like that guy Wes, other Wes. Just you're both Wes.
yeah.
Okay, I was like, why'd you call him other Wes? Like
His
It's
first
all
name's
a-
other.
it's all
yeah,
a,
West one, yeah, yeah.
his last name is Wes. It's all a sacrifice. Like everything's a trade off. The convenience of society is because someone is being inconvenient.
Yes, totally. And I
Well,
think it's
that's not always true. That's not always true.
of course not. But I
Not
mean
always.
it's definitely
Yeah,
a part of
I
it.
get
No, if
so
you just invent a better way of doing something that's easier and uses less resources and is more clever.
yeah,
that's
I think
convenient
No,
for
because
everyone.
someone's building those data warehouses that ChatGPT is using.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
everything.
Or whoever that like sold the guy that sold the last thing that was being made is being inconvenienced
I
by your
just-
or
option.
there's a
I-
lawyer writing the contract. Like there's so many. It's
Well,
just
yeah, but
not.
he's making
So is
money. That would be-
convenience is a luxury.
No,
I
I
think
think
Yeah.
it can be, but I don't think it always is. Like I get so sad, honestly, like when my Amazon comes too quickly, and I'm like, I wish I didn't either, because I'm like, whose grandmother was in the warehouse grabbing? Like
Yeah.
I needed
Scary.
AirPod bud replacements,
Yeah, yeah.
and I got them in like 45 minutes. I was like, nah,
Yeah,
I
that's too
didn't,
fast, yeah.
because
Yeah.
especially because the person who dropped it off, I'm like, oh my god,
You
oh
know
my
what's-
god. I was
you
like,
know
do you
what's
want?
funny about the convenience thing that I think we haven't touched on yet is like we all sort of want the option. So like, you know what I mean? Like you might want to walk to the store, but having your car as an option like is convenient. So like I think, you know, it's like we've been sort of shitting on convenience this whole time. But the truth is, like, you know, it's convenient that we can just pull up Spotify and listen to any song. But we like still like to have our vinyls or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
I don't think
and
it's
like we said,
one or
we-
the other. It's
Yeah.
just variety's the spice of life, and
Yeah.
and everything's good in moderation. Like we should have convenience, and we should also have some adversity.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
you
time
know.
is the greatest luxury. So like,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be like, well, we should hand wash our clothes because like, you know, it's better. It's like better for like da da da. But I'm also just like, you know, like, yeah, we lose something. We gain it, but we gain a lot, and we potentially are losing a lot more.
But convenience isn't necessarily the enemy as it is like the people who are using it to like take advantage in a way. Like what did you just say? You just said something. I just ADHD'd so hard.
Well, I don't know. Tucker had a beautiful soliloquy. I also forgot.
What
about
did you
it.
just say, Les?
I have no idea.
He said everything
so
in
we're-
moderation. Like we want some
Variety
amount of
and
convenience,
spice
and
of
we
life,
want,
you know?
yeah, we want convenience, but we also want adversity to make us like stronger and better.
Yeah, yeah.
But also, like all of the adversity you take on, you want to be of your own volition. You know?
Yeah, because you guys, Wally, like we
I mean,
all
maybe
saw the
not.
movie,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We all
That's
saw
what happens when
Wally.
you've got no.
And that's
yeah.
what we want.
That was, no, the
Ideally.
what famous
You don't
thing,
want
like,
the floating chair?
No, you definitely
Oh.
don't want floating chairs. Didn't you see they couldn't even like walk and like
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
like I'm like
they got
that-
unlimited
Looks pretty
soda.
good to me.
that That's like fate. Like when I think of a movie,
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
when I think of like a world where everything's too convenient, I'm like, Molly.
Was that what you were looking for, Penny?
I don't know. It literally just like disappeared.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's okay. We can watch this back later tomorrow.
And then tomorrow I'll be like, oh, that was it.
That
I
was
just think
it.
like all of these things don't exist in a vacuum. And like there is like convenience is bad because people are using, about how like, yeah, it's a luxury, right? To be able to purchase these things. And if someone was making more money delivering my Amazon packages, it probably wouldn't be as inconvenient to them. But because the CEO is pocketing the majority of the cash, like
Yeah.
it isn't a win-win. So like everything exists, like nothing exists in
Yeah.
a vacuum. So I think like that's the part of it too. Like it's kind of like what people say about tech. Like tech itself isn't necessarily bad. It's the people that take advantage of it to
Eagle
manipulate
eye.
other people.
Yeah.
Eagle eye.
I've never seen this movie. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, Eagle
We
Eye's
should do
great.
watch it after
Shia
this.
LaBeouf, yeah.
We should do the thing. We should
Link
just
to
watch it
Eagle
and do
Eye.
Yeah, we can
commentary.
live
Yeah,
stream.
Yeah.
And then, like,
Wally and then
Watch it.
Eagle Eye.
Live
We can
stream,
live
just
stream for
us
12
watching
hours.
it.
Yeah. Like, go
Sleepover.
literally just see me
Dude, so
sobbing in
funny.
the corner. Just like, oh God.
Or like Companion. Have y'all seen that?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome.
Crazy.
That's underrated movie.
I like that.
So good.
Yeah. Came out like last year, yeah.
It's what's her name? Who's like a emo icon? I feel like now.
Oh,
She's so hot.
the
I-
Mia Goth.
Dennis was
No.
No,
Dennis
but good-
Quaid's
good-
son was in it.
that
Jack
is an
Quaid.
emo-
Something
person.
Sophie,
Anya
Jack Quaid is in it.
Jack Quaid. That's what I just said.
and it's the same director that did like Heretic. and all
Oh,
that.
Dennis Quaid's son.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jack, I have
Yeah.
to dip.
no, you're golden. Thanks for doing the show.
Sophie
Yeah,
Thatcher.
that's
everyone.
her name.
Sophie
Thatcher.
Thatcher.
Sophie, a bit long
You
time.
would
long
recognize her if you
time
saw
fan.
her.
Sophie Thatcher.
She
she's
looks like a
interesting.
doll.
We all-
Thanks for having me.
And
Thanks
she
for
makes
doing the
music.
show, buddy.
Oh, I
You
did
just
see
turn
the
off the
trailer
thing
for
and
that.
you're golden.
Where you go take a big old dump. And then you're just like,
Order a
well,
bunch of
my-
things on Amazon.
yeah.
Yeah, it started scratching that itch. No, I'm not. I'm making myself not order delivery or eat out for 2 weeks because I just got groceries.
Nice.
Weekends don't count. Don't be
Yeah.
ridiculous. Just,
I like never order takeout.
I don't either. I
I'll
always
go
go to
pick-
the
I-
store.
I'll pick it
Especially,
up,
I quit drinking 3 years ago, and I'm like, I have to go get it. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
run over.
Yeah.
It's like so much less if you run and get it.
So
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me, like I usually don't do delivery, but that's because like I live like basically within a mile of all my like restaurants.
Yeah,
spots.
So I always just like go and pick it up. But it's like I'm 100% convinced that it's actually cheaper to eat out every day than to get groceries.
There's
Because-
no way.
No, I promise.
Well,
you,
because you're also bringing leftovers home.
yeah. So we'll not like bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Word.
fantastic. Great hair.
I agreed with you the
Hair.
most.
Tune in
Oh.
on your.
Pretty aligned,
yeah.
Ah!
but
Yeah.
the robot.
Should we start a cult?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tune in on
exactly.
your drive back.
Y'all
Call
bye.
in.
They're gonna kill y'all.
Call
That was
in.
super nice. I love robots. I love robots. Eagle
Yeah,
eyes.
call us from the road.
Yeah.
But no, like if you so like so you are always have to have like the basics at home, like eggs, like like a couple like ramens or whatever, just like basic like things, whatever. So like I generally don't eat breakfast. I don't like food in the morning.
Yeah.
My lunch, like I'll make like a sandwich or I'll have like a salad or whatever.
Yeah.
My dinner, as long as my dinner is less than $20 every day,
Yeah.
that's $100 a month. I mean a week on food.
I was like,
Yeah.
Your math does not.
That's like
That's
100.
400. I mean, groceries are like hella expensive, and the problem with being like you're cooking for one person is half of it goes bad because you have to buy it in a amount.
Cooking, I will say, cooking for one sucks.
Like, why do I need? I don't
It's
need that
the
much cilantro.
And I hate
Here's the secret. Don't do it. Make 4 servings and eat all of them.
I
just am like
I can't
Or
do that.
I make one dish and then I leave it in the fridge and then I eat
20
the
miles
same
a day and I
thing.
look like this. That's-
Or I do think like Blue Apron or like Hungry Root might be
Yeah.
worth it.
No, I like my well that's
those,
the-
I think those things suck.
yeah, they
Those-
don't they don't
those-
taste
I
as
like
good as eating
That is
out.
your meat.
Those
Like
when
if-
they first came out were pretty cool, and I actually like learned how to cook. But like a lot
And then
of
you stop
things
doing
based
it.
off
You do
of-
it for a couple months and
Well,
then
yeah,
you're like, okay,
when
got
I-
it.
No,
when
he
I-
cooked.
Yeah, when I was just out of college, I like ordered, and then you just order a different thing every day, and like they send you the recipe with it, and pretty quickly I just had like 100 recipes that I made all totally
I
different
just
stuff.
don't understand how
So
that's
like,
not...
and then I just was like, okay, I don't need this service anymore. I can
Exactly.
just go do this. Yeah.
It's
But
kind
I'm
of like a
I could
help.
also just eat out.
Yeah.
I could just eat out. Like
I like cooking. See, convenience. For you, it's more convenient to go out.
yeah.
For me,
yeah.
I like Yeah.
I don't mind cooking, but I learned because when I lived with my brother loves cooking. That's where I realized I'm like, because I always thought it's like I can cook. I don't like it. Cooking is like a chore.
Yeah.
I cook with the energy of someone who's hungry now.
Yeah.
Like my brother, he would just like put on like music like jazz, and he would cook for 2 hours. There's not a single fucking meal I'm in the kitchen for 2 hours for.
Yeah.
I'm cooking like this. I'm like making stir fry. I'm like da 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 da, bake that shit, da da da. Boom.
I think that's the exact distinction is like, do you think it's a chore or not?
Yeah, it's a chore.
But then it's also fun to like mix it up.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
The spices.
Nope.
Like the dishes will always be a chore. I never like.
I love doing dishes.
I actually don't mind dishes.
Like washing.
Yeah,
vacuuming.
I don't like putting dishes away, but I love.
That's why I got a little
washing.
robot doing it.
Yeah.
What do I? Well, I'm on
Convenient.
antidepressants now, so most things aren't sad
As
anymore.
bad anymore.
No,
I like doing most
At
things
least they're
now.
working, yeah. I love the dishes.
no, I love washing dishes, but I
SSRIs
hate
make
putting
me
away.
love the dishes.
I'm not on SSRIs. Okay,
should-
Wellbutrin.
sorry.
This is a ad for Wellbutrin. Way better than SSRIs.
Order here. Yeah.
Click my link in bio.
Yeah.
I like to know it. Because that's if you're even on TikTok, like that started being a thing. Like if you pause a TikTok, it will give you. It'll be like.
sure.
That's
shop-
because
shop
they
more
fucking
like
sold it to
I've sort of started
Oracle.
seeing that stuff like pop up.
Yeah, it's like more like
just
this.
even YouTube Shorts.
That's why nobody's on TikTok anymore.
Bro, when I go on YouTube, I don't want YouTube Shorts. If I wanted YouTube Shorts, I'd be on TikTok.
they
Like,
open it
No.
up when you open the app. They just start playing the shorts too because they know
Really?
these like.
I mean, and they get
things are, like,
views.
super
I will say, like, if you throw
addicting.
something on those shorts, it pushes it to like at least 15,000 people every time.
Write that down, Jack. Write that down.
Yeah, we're
I'm
big
just like,
on shorts.
I'm behind on shorts. No, I can't stand because I'm just like I literally like I think I needed to figure out something, and it was just like all the results were shorts. I'm like where I had to literally scroll until like I got the real videos. I'm like I want a 20-minute video. I need to learn about ants so I can go to sleep.
I hate watching other people. I'm like too self-obsessed for that.
Watching other people what?
Like, I don't want to watch your 20-minute YouTube video. I want to know what the answer is.
I
Or
know.
like, I want to watch a plot. Like, I don't need like.
But you do want to watch a live stream of people discussing life's biggest questions.
Exactly. Because that has nuance. But like if I'm, for example, changing my oil or looking up something in my car, I don't need Tom to be like, oh, and this
That's
reminds.
you're looking for like a target.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like I needed to go to sleep, and I'm like I wanted to like. There's like this like ant series that I watched.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
this like random like series on ants.
That's a huge problem with cooking.
I
It's
don't
the
understand.
life story before the recipe.
Yes.
It's like famously
fuck.
like
I
the
don't give a
biggest
fuck.
thing. Like when you're looking for recipes, everyone's like, when I first thought about Italy, I thought it was a little booty
I don't give a
shaped. You're
fuck,
like,
Rebecca.
do not do this to me. Like, where's the ingredient list? Like, right into instructions. Like, yeah.
You don't watch like movies to go to sleep. Like I watch.
No,
like,
I
people-
can't sleep with the TV on.
Oh yeah,
I like-
TV on. I can't do them.
I do like rugs sometimes. People just like clean rugs, and I'm just like, yeah, get that.
Oh,
rug.
my
Oh, I do like those
God.
videos though.
I
I
like
do
dude,
like
we were
those.
doing the
Outdoor boys. Is
the
The Indian guys who, like,
architecture
make-
or the paint restorations.
Is it like a painting?
like
of an
old
old time
paintings.
painting. Yeah.
Yum.
Okay, I do have a theory that if we wanted to increase female viewership of sports, ESPN and other things should air sports games as edits, like fan fiction edits, and you would increase female viewership
Okay,
overnight.
explain that.
What do you mean? Like, it's fake, like wrestling?
Okay, so back to Heated Rivalry. I started watching that show, and now my feed is giving me like real hockey, and now I know about hockey players because I see these like 30-second clips
Yeah.
of like, and I'm like, oh my god, they seem fun and funny, and
I already
like
knew about
look
the
at
Boy
their cute little
Aquarium.
friendship.
Yeah.
But so that's
knew
what I
about
mean,
the
like
Boy Aquarium.
women,
I love that place.
because sports is
I'm
just
like,
boy
yeah,
reality
yeah.
TV.
Yeah. I agree.
Take your shirt
I'm not a
off.
big sport.
Talk
I'm not a
about
huge
your mom.
sports guy. I can watch sports, but I think that's exactly right. Is
I'm
that
a big
sports?
sports
It's to
guy.
turn your brain off and just watch
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
But also,
Although I think you can get.
But
sports
people
are
watch-
a little.
people watch sports though because they like the person, not because they're like, oh my god, that ball got kicked to that side and
That's
that side.
true,
It's
yeah.
like,
No,
oh my
that's why I
god, no,
watch
like
it.
that's
Yeah.
my boy. He grew up in my neighborhood.
No,
Yeah, that's true.
I don't really know
Also,
the players.
sports are a little better than reality TV.
I'm not. We can't get into this.
Yeah,
I will get upset.
it's convenient. Yeah. Oh, how convenient. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I like
Fight.
sports for like
Yeah.
Edits are more convenient, and I think if Never mind.
You
I'm
should
gonna
No,
go down a
let's hear
rabbit
it.
hole.
Let's hear
I
it.
also think that I think Taylor Swift being involved in sports has made more women
Yeah.
watch
Oh,
sports,
absolutely.
which
Yeah, yeah.
also has will increase financial literacy, because if you understand sports, you understand sports betting, which is also the stock market. And I think there is a strange chain of that could occur.
Sports
well.
betting is not the stock market.
I mean,
but-
they're very similar. It's a bet. You're betting.
No,
Is it going to
because-
go up? Is it going to go down? Are they going to beat the spread? Or are they not? Is
Not good
this
enough
guy
at
going to
that
score
to
higher?
gamble.
I'm not
If
gonna
you're
win on
shorting
this.
a stock, you're betting that they're
company
going to
will go
score
down, yeah.
lower. It's the same thing as a football
No,
game.
but if you make an investment in the stock market, which has gone up historically over every single 10-year period since.
Yeah, but that's the S&P
inception,
500. But if
that's
you're
not-
investing in like a startup,
well,
it's the
don't do
same
that.
with.
Yeah.
But like that's what I mean. Like I think it
Follow
can
my- yeah.
inadvertently.
Money just comes out.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't do
fine.
sports
Yeah.
betting.
Now the money.
I just think it will. I think it will inadvertently. I think it's a
Make
chain,
people-
a chain
Tell me
reaction.
What's in there? If you
Uh-huh.
tell me how much is my savings account, I will think of it as active money I have.
Have you seen Elon go? He's going on this big campaign right now where he goes, "You can stop saving."
What?
Yeah, he
How
goes,
does he know?
"You're just." He's like, "It's about to all not matter."
I do agree with that. I think the banks are going
Isn't
to
that
collapse.
crazy? Scary.
Yeah.
At least
I'm
I
like,
everyone-
is that
who's-
amazing
everyone
or
who's
horrible?
Everyone who's unemployed is like, well, how soon? Yeah.
Yeah.
like everyone stopped this whole like, when are you gonna buy a house shit? Like, thank God. I don't know the last time someone asked me when I'm gonna
Yeah,
buy
but
a
that
house.
makes me sad.
No, that's horrible. It's
Well, none of
people
us
are
will own
stopping
homes.
asking that because they're so sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
My dad looked at me yesterday and he goes, I actually feel really bad for you. And I was like, that is so, I feel so
Thank you.
seen.
Yeah.
I literally
Now,
like
even the boomers who are like, oh, your generation's so lazy, da da da. They're not like, this is pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, we bought our first house for a nickel.
When
And now
I
it's like,
tell you-
that's 1.6 and it's a tear down, like 1.6
I
you know.
literally go on Trulia like just like for fun. It's like my little
Mhm.
and I will go and I'll see a house like it'll be like Marina Del Rey. It's like a 2-bed 1-bath bungalow, like
Mhm.
front yard, backyard, da da da. Like like 1.3. Obviously, I'm just like yeah, da da da.
Yeah.
Then you go back and you look at 2009, 425.
I know.
yeah,
it's a
yeah,
joke.
yeah.
Like what the
And
fuck?
salaries are
No,
not
but the
increasing at
90s
that
were
rate.
like
They're
100,
paying
you know,
their
so-
like $900 mortgage right now.
Like,
You're like,
oh
Yeah,
my god, because it's like
yeah.
it'd be different if it was like 1989. It was like da da da.
Yeah.
Like I especially like in Venice, like I have like older friends who are like they're in their 50s, late 40s, whatever, and they talk and like the amount of them who's like I'll go to their house and I'm like, wait, are you rich? And they're like, no, I bought this house as a crack date. It was like a crack house,
yeah.
like in the 90s or whatever, and I bought it in like 2001 for like $150,000. I'm like, first
Yeah,
of
yeah.
all, like they don't even make crack anymore, and like it's like back then, like a drug addict would have a house and like fucking like trap house it out. They don't
Yeah.
even do that anymore.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't-
just like I can't get a single drug addict to go buy a house and
Yeah.
make it a fucking tear down
Yeah.
so that I can buy it.
Mhm.
I don't know anybody who's bought a house. Like I'm 28, but like I don't know any of my friends who bought a house without help from their parents. Even the ones that are like married and on 2 incomes.
Because these
Yeah.
Like
fancy
they got
bastards,
part
like,
of the down payment, even if their parents aren't that wealthy. Like you're just not.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
Well, that's
someone
like-
died.
That's like you see those articles. They're like, you should start going in on houses with your friends. I'm like,
yeah, yeah.
whoa, this
Yeah,
is
that-
getting tough.
Yeah, we've
I'm
never
like,
had to do that
you're-
for all of society, but let's start.
No,
it
they
now.
just released an
They're
article.
like millennials. Don't you guys love living with? You guys love roommates.
You guys have it's like commune. So
Yeah,
you
commune.
guys.
He thought about starting a cult.
It's like,
Uh-huh.
is the commune always a bad thing? Like, I'm just like, what?
The housing department just released something that was like, if you want to buy a house, get married. And it was like, okay, so like
That was
what?
their solution. We're like, nice.
Yeah.
We elected these people.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, how are you going to make
Because
houses
$200,000
more
a year
affordable?
is
They're like,
gonna-
have two of you together.
Yeah, it's
Half as much.
literally not. Like, the only solution is make crack cool again. Because you know what? Well, because crackheads, like,
Crack, you don't make that much money. Doing drugs doesn't make you that kind
No,
of
but
money.
then how come they always had a house?
Well, you got to be
They
like,
used to be free.
Columbia
free. Houses
level.
used to
Yeah.
be $20.
yeah.
I don't know.
Because it used to be convenient to buy a house.
All right.
Right on.
I think we did it.
On that note, bring
Yeah.
back crack.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
work,
yeah.
everyone.
Mhm.
Next week's question. Let me pull it up.
Go, visit Japan, get some what's vending machine panties.
Uh huh.
Check out. his
Oh,
sweet
I don't like that
Japanese
word.
or-
Okay, wait. Here. Okay, so next week's question is: how does everyone having a camera shape our experience?
I want to go to the 80s for a summer so that I
Yeah.
could live.
Yeah,
like,
could
oh,
finally.
I mean,
yeah.
What?
I'm telling you, like the cameras. I mean, like I'm also prolific filmer.
Mhm.
I'm a prolific. I
I
will.
thought that meant something else for a second.
Oh no, I mean, like I'm the person who like I will always film everything. Like I'm
Oh,
obsessed
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I get that.
But I'm just like,
Prolific
I
means
was
a lot,
like,
yeah.
I was
my
thinking
mind was
phallic.
racing. I was like,
oh no, I'm like, I mean, I have this
Talking
so
about
that I
the-
can literally hit that.
gotcha,
That-
gotcha.
But like literally, I'm queen of just like I'm like, oh, love it. Da-da-da.
I think that's back to convenience. We've always had cameras. You just used to have to take like 4 days to get a picture because you paid.
I feel like now, I feel
Yeah.
like the amount
Yeah.
of people had cameras versus like
Yeah,
30
no,
years ago is
I don't- yeah.
every single person does now.
The fucking meta.
I don't have a camera. I mean,
Yes,
my
you do. It's in
phone.
your,
Yeah,
your
yeah.
phone though.
No, but
Yeah.
I'm just like
Oh.
it's like there's even like there's like, all
Everyone
these
around you has
yeah.
one too.
There's videos of like
Everyone-
these college kids.
We're in the
We've
surveillance
lost
state.
the artist. Nobody's drawing people's faces anymore.
No, but I'm just like I'm
Sketch
like
room
it's
artists.
insane. Like we are so it's like we're all media trained. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
insane
absolutely.
how media
100%.
trained we all
I am
are.
not media trained.
There's
Uh,
there's stuff you don't do because you know you could be filmed at any time. Like even if it's like outside, like
Yeah.
there's stuff you don't do because you know that you could be filmed.
Wes can't say the N word anymore.
He's like God damn it. He was like I had a time.
You can
But,
go
like,
to Austin. They'll take you.
But it's just like even like
funny.
think of like the spring break,
Lock
like
your
spring
phones up,
break
you
in the
can
80s
say
and
it.
90s,
Yeah.
where you
And
can do
they
a wet
say
t-shirt
great.
contest.
Yeah.
Like you do a wet
That
t-shirt contest.
Wouldn't follow you around
I
for the
don't
rest of
know.
your
I
entire
think
life.
I actually again think the pendulum swings back the other way. I think like when
People
like
will
the
start
Swedish
having-
PM, the Swedish like prime minister, like was at a bachelorette party and they were like, "You're not supposed to be drinking," and she was like, "I'm 32 and have friends. Like, fuck off." Like,
No, but like the question is like how has life changed because cameras are around?
Mhm.
Like not is
Everyone
it good or
has a camera
bad?
now,
It's just
yeah,
like
so how does
it's
it-
changed.
yeah, but I think like it's also kind of authentically is pushing people into that too.
No,
Mhm.
people are way more guarded now.
Yeah,
just
people are.
like,
It's like
I mean,
it is.
I just think it
like if
swings
you
back
were to
and
do a
forth.
crazy like take
We're gonna
your
be here
shirt off
another
and
3
dance.
hours.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that interview with George Clooney talk about why he's not on social media? He
Mm-mm.
goes, "Cause I drink." He goes, my career would go away.
Wait, that's so funny.
So good.
But it's just it's a. I mean, like yeah. I mean, I'll save it for next week. But I'm like I'm telling you, we're
I do in fact drink and put things on my story and wake up the next
I
morning. and
used
I'm
to
like,
really do that
"Oh."
all the time. It's tough.
Well, call in George Clooney. We want to hear your story. Everyone else call in too. Give us your opinions on the camera issue.
Thanks for tuning in,
Thanks for
everyone.
tuning in.
We'll see you
Thanks,
next
Joe.
week.
Thanks,
Happy
Maddie.
Monday.